Yes, guys, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur with your boy Dave, Ireland's #1 Spurs fan, bringing you your match day live as Tottenham's resurgence meets Everton's revival in the penultimate game before Christmas. And keeping in tradition, the Premier League have dished us up the toffees as a Christmas gesture to kick off the Christmas period. And I cannot wait to get going today. We win. We're inside top four, but most importantly, we close the gap on the top. And here joining us today, we have the two boys from THFC Till I Die. We'll check to see how they are. Of course, no Jack. As you can see, Jack is actually in Seattle, which puts him like 7 or 8 hours behind. So it'll be like 4 a.m. where he is. So I told him to stay in bed until the watch along. And of course, Paul Osper was going to try his best to join us, but he is absolutely flat out at the minute, so can't make it today. But we'll start with you, Tron. How are you keeping, sir?
I am keeping fine, Dave. It's a day before Christmas Day. I'm so looking forward to it. This is nice. A little bit of toffee before dinner tonight, before Christmas Eve. 3 points on the way. Come on, you Spurs. We are just inevitable. We are going to win. Spurs, 3 points. Come on.
Come on, absolutely love it. And Philip, how are you keeping, sir?
Yeah, I'm just thinking that it's very kind of the FA. I know food is a very important part of Christmas, right? So Spurs, we've got the toffees today, Brighton Rock next week, and the cherries after that. So it's nothing but food for Tottenham till the end of the year. So, 9 points is what I want for Christmas.
And your birthday, of course, everybody. It was Philip's birthday yesterday.
Birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you, lads.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday, Tom Jones.
I'm only having it every 5 years from now on. So. Right.
So everybody, please wish Philip a big, massive happy birthday. He's been an absolute godsend to the Spurs community, so please wish him a very happy birthday, guys. But look, let's take some comments. Let's see who's in joining us this morning, and then we'll crack on. We've got the Super League to start with, so we'll just see who's with us first. Big up, Mr. Oosterreicher, all the way from Canada. Christmas toffees that melt in your mouth. Come on, you Spurs. Geez, Donovan, you must never sleep, my man. You're always awake at mad hours. Adrian Shocker says, good morning and Merry Christmas to you all. Good morning, Adrian, and Merry Christmas to you as well, and to you, Donovan, as well. I'm not going to say Merry Christmas to each individual. I'm just going to save it until the end of the show, and I wish you all a happy Christmas as a collective. Geoff Totten says we'll go through a whole team of them too. Absolutely love that. Shem Tan says, morning, boys. Hoping not to get Deutsch today, and we get all 3 points, but they are going to be a tough team to beat. Come on, you Spurs. Look, they are. They're going to be a very tough team to beat. It's not going to be an easy game. They're one of the most informed teams in the Premier League at the moment. However, it's the Husky Derby today. Who has the Husky's voice? Sean Dyche or Ange Postecoglou? Big up, Leo. Come on, you Spurs. Have a good Christmas, guys. Same to you, my man. Hopefully you're keeping well. Good morning, Ribsy. Hopefully you're keeping well, sir, from down under. Geez, another early riser this morning. Great to see you, sir. Hopefully you're keeping well. We also have Gary Soams. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, Gary. Let me know how you pronounce that last name, my man. I don't want to butcher it next time. We also have Welsh Gal. Big up. Wishing Dave and Jack and all the Harris Army a happy holidays. Points dropping. Let's take advantage. Please, Liverpool, enjoy some Arsenal crumble. Big game in that regard. I'd absolutely love Liverpool to beat them. Being honest, I'm sort of rooting for a draw because then it really tightens it up at that top. But let's wait and see. Welshie definitely wouldn't mind a bit of Arsenal crumble with some custard tonight. Faz Radfar 3-1 Spurs. Big up, my favourite channel. Hope you're all well. We are going to win with Richarlison goals. 3-1. Listen to you watch along. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, Faz Radfar. Really appreciate the sentiments, my man. I take it you're not going to the game today, no? Let me know. Good to see you in the building, though, sir. Who else have we got? Sean Johnston, we need to finish the year on a 5-game winning streak to get our title hopes back on track. That means taking maximum points from our 3 games this week, starting with Everton. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely spot on there, Shawnee. Spot on, man. Foggy Foam, good evening, everyone. Great to see you, Foggy Foam. Hopefully you're keeping well, sir. Good to see you in the building. Daniela Zito as well. Good morning. Come on, you Spurs. We have Reka Menon says, El Pombo hat-trick incoming. Who's El Pombo? Who's El Pombo? Let me know.
Richarlison.
Is it? Why do we call him El Pombo?
I don't know.
Let me know why we call him El Pombo.
Sounds like a Colombian drug dealer.
Yeah.
You know?
Sounds like it, all right. Also, Kerry King, come on, you Spurs, doing housework so I can enjoy a whole afternoon of footy. Come on, you Spurs. That's what I'm talking about. Pre-planning, getting out the way nice and early so you can sit down and relax. Alberto says, Yid Army, come on, you Spurs. Good to see you, Alberto. Mark P, morning, all 3 points today, and Merry Christmas to everyone. Come on, you Spurs. Merry Christmas to you as well, sir. We also have Ash Paddy says, happy birthday, Philip. Big up, Ash. Fair play to you. Also, Mark P, Foggy Foam, Danny Dragon Diesel. Happy birthday, Kerry King says happy birthday. San Antonio Hotspur, come on, you Spurs. Great to see. Also, Paul 71, morning. All Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well, sir. Good morning to you. Adrian Chia says happy birthday, Mr. Prime Minister of Tourism and Leisure.
No. We all know he is the Taoiseach, which is like a deputy prime minister. He's also the Minister for Foreign Affairs. So we all know he works for the Irish government. He doesn't tell a lot of people this, but he has a private jet from the Taoiseach, which is like Prime Minister to you guys, right?
Yeah,
he rings up Leo. He says, Leo, where do you want me to go today? Well, Philip, I need you to go to down to Colombia and Mexico. A bit of a mission for you. So that's what he does. He is the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So he doesn't like to tell people know, but he is the big government hencho. He runs Ireland basically. Whatever Philip says, the government do. So Philip, get your finger out, cut taxes.
And Philip, Adrian Chi is also saying happy birthday to you, my man.
Thanks, Adrian. Thanks very much. Happy Christmas. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Big up, Adrian. Top man. You forgot Tom Jones and Jedward Wannabe on the bottom of that as well, Adrian Chia. If you could just add that in, that would be brilliant.
I can see the resemblance, all right, Dave Jedward. Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, I can, yeah.
Now, come on. That's stretching it a bit far, Dermot. Come on now. That's stretching it just a little bit, you know.
Big up, Reese Bell says, come on, you Spurs. Good to see you in the building, sir. Who else have we got? Just make sure I'm not missing anyone. Bjorn Mandel says, Merry Christmas, fellas. Good to see you, Bjorn. Merry Christmas to you as well. Andrew Lanell says, love to go to the game. I've yet to get to one. Yeah, look, I haven't been to one this season, but I'm going to make the trek for the North London Derby for sure at the back end of the season. That's my big one. And then Davey H, 1960. Big up, Dave. Merry Christmas to you and the panel and to all the chat. Come on, you Spurs. And Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to everybody watching as well. Hopefully you all have a great holidays. Don't be afraid to wish each other Merry Christmas in the chat there as well. It's a great time to be alive. And Spurs GCTV says, good morning, guys. Let's do it for 3 more points. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely spot on. Let's go, Spurs GCTV. Now, just quickly, I'm going to give everybody everything they need to know. Of course, the game is played at the greatest stadium in world football. That is the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 3 p.m. kickoff today, which means we will all be off in time to relax and enjoy ourselves this evening. Referee is Stuart Atwell in the VAR room. Now, some places are citing different people in the VAR room, so let's wait and see. One said it was Michael Olivetree again, which would piss me off because that means he's been in for the sending off of Romero and Basuma. If he's in again today, expect another one. But then someone reporting that it's Michael Salisbury, so let's wait and see who it is. Hopefully it is Salisbury. And then if you want to watch the game on TV in the UK and Ireland, it is on Premier Sports. If anybody is lucky enough to have that, you should get it with the TNT Sports package. In the USA, it's on Peacock TV. In Australia, it's on Optus Sports. And in Canada, it's on Fubo TV. So that's everything you need to know there. And then in terms of the injury list, of course, Basuma suspended. Destiny Udogie is suspended. Van de Ven's out with the hamstring. Madison out with the ankle. And Bentancur out with the ankle. However, Postecoglou did allude that they should be back for January. Ashley Phillips is also back on the training pitch as well, which is great to see. Perisic out with the ACL and Solomon out with the meniscus. Everton Decore is out. Young, they reckon, is out as well, with Coleman maybe getting a late sort of fitness test to see if he can get back for today's game. He's been out for quite some time. I think it was a broken leg or something like that. But that's everything you need to know in terms of what's going on around the game, where you can watch it, and also who is available, who isn't. Peter McCormick says, please, no Michael Olivetree. Exactly, he's corrupt, that guy. He definitely is corrupt there, John. But Peter, good to see you, my man. Hopefully you're keeping well. But look, guys, let's get straight into it. We'll start off with something that sort of came out during the week. I just want to get everyone's thoughts on it, and everyone tuning in, get your thoughts on it in the comment section as well. A22 Sports, the company behind the new European Super League, unveiled their new format proposal for the European club competitions in men's and women's football. But Spurs have come out with their own statement saying, following the ruling by the European Court of Justice regarding the European Super League, we would like to confirm that our position has not changed. We remain committed to the values of European football, and we will continue to work with fellow clubs through the ECA and participate in UEFA competitions. Now, guys, we'll start with you on this, Philip. I just want to know your thoughts on the European Super League, trying their luck yet again after fans have already come out and expressed they do not want it. And what do you make on Spurs' stance on it?
Absolutely agree with it. I think the only thing we were worrying a little bit about on Thursday was how quickly would Spurs get a statement out there. No point waiting until everybody else has done it. You got to get out there pretty quickly, which in all fairness, they did. They were out within 3 or 4 hours, I think, maybe, of the thing. Yeah, this Super League thing, to me, is dead in the water for now. There are too many teams against it. The fans don't want it. It's purely been done as a money-making exercise for whoever is behind it. I believe it's an American bank, but I'm highly suspicious that the Saudi Arabians are in there somewhere as well, because one of their teams is asked to join it. So, why would they join it if they hadn't got a monetary influence in it? So now the status quo, let's stay with the status quo, keep the league the way it is. And my interpretation will be, if any Premiership team decides they want to go here, right, they want to join it, I think the FA have got to come out and penalise them so heavily with either a points deduction, a big points deduction, or immediate relegation. And that might soften their cough a little bit, but let's hope it's going to go away for the second time.
Philip, let me ask you, are all these clubs only dead against it because of the pressure you got on the fans the first time round? Do you think that they're all sort of just sitting there waiting for some sort of, for it to be accepted so that they can eventually enter into it?
Possibly. But I'll go back. You two guys are too young to remember this, but back in the 70s, a guy called Kerry Packer tried to revolutionize cricket by going into kind of a super league of cricket players. That died as quick a death as anything ever has. It just disappeared. And I think what a lot of the clubs might be thinking was, okay, we leave the Premiership to join this, right? Say it folds after 3 years. What do we do then? We can't really go back with a cap on our hands back to the Prem. So, I think conservatism has to take a stand here. The devil you know is better than the one you don't. And I think that may have a say in it as well. A lot of clubs would be scared to make the plunge. They took it the last time because it would look great, it looked brilliant. But then they didn't realize the fan reaction was going to be so strong. Now they know. So that's why I think very few clubs, if any. Now, the one club I'm watching very, very carefully on this one is Newcastle to see what they do, because they're owned by the Saudis. And what they do might just, indicate the Saudi involvement in all this.
Do you know what? One thing that winds me up is these people just don't get it. The fans have already expressed that they do not want it, yet they keep bringing it back. What are they waiting for fans to do? Start ripping up things to show that they really don't want it. And then what are they going to do? Have a pop-up fans? When are these people just going to take no for an answer? The game of football does not belong to them bigwigs. It belongs to the fans. Yes, they're in positions of power to try and maximize the sport and what have you not. But they just forget about the fans. The first Super League, a lot of clubs already accepted it without asking the fans what they want. Most of them are only saying no now because of the backlash they got the first time round. But make no mistake about it, all these clubs are waiting at the first opportunity to go in and join that Super League. And it's pissing me off. And it's going to get to the point where the fans are just going to have to take the game back. Just absolutely protest, do whatever you have to stop this shit from happening. They thought they could just sneak it through the first time round. Didn't realize the power that the fans do have. Everyone got out in their numbers and just stopped it just like that. And I do hope it happens again and again and again. Because it reminds me of a bit of the European vote here for Ireland. First time round, they didn't get the answer they wanted. So they've done another one 6 months later to get the answer they wanted. When are these people just going to fucking take no for an answer? If the fans don't want it, they don't want it. What they're trying to do, in my opinion, with all these big games, all these Super League games, because it's going to start off with a very friendly version towards the fans. But make no mistake about it, they already know where they want to take this. And what you're going to start seeing is Tottenham v AC Milan out in Bahrain. What fans have the money to travel out there? The problem is they don't want working class fans in the sport anymore. They want to save it for the elite people, for the rich people who can't afford to go out to all these sort of games. And it's a bloody travesty. It's a bloody travesty. These people do not own the sport. The fucking fans do. And I hope they realise that. But Dermot, where are you with it, my man?
Look,
go on, Philip.
Sorry,
Philip wanted to come in there.
Just one comment, just to finish up what Dave said, Dermot, before I let you in there, before you go in. Look, it started already. Nobody cares about the fans. Sky don't care about the fans. How can you schedule Newcastle versus last season? I think it was Southampton, right? Well, Southampton versus Newcastle at 12:30 on a Saturday. Look at the distance between Southampton and Newcastle. Liverpool, Tottenham has been scheduled for 12:30. How do fans get from London to Liverpool that time of the day? You're right, dead right, Dave. The ordinary man on the street has been forced out with this game. It's the prawn sandwich brigade they're looking for. And until they get it, they won't stop doing. They won't keep trying. They won't stop trying. Sorry, Dermot.
It's a bloody joke. But go on, Dermot.
Look, I believe this Super League will happen in the end. This Super League was created because they weren't getting enough money out of the Champions League. It's not a league. It's not a league to take over the Premier League. It's another European club competition. This is what the Super League is formed as. It's to take over from UEFA, because the big clubs in Europe weren't happy how UEFA were running the Champions League, and they weren't getting much money out of it. They've looked at the Premier League and they thought, how come the English clubs are making billions? And this is where this has come about. I think it's a joke. I think it won't work. It will never work. Us fans won't stand for it. And you're right, Dave, that the working class has been taken away. The day the Premier League was formed was the day it changed to corporate people, to big businesses, to you have to ticket prices going up, season tickets going up. Do you know, when's it ever going to stop? You go to Tottenham now, and it's like it's full of tourists or full of non-football fans who want to go for a day out. It's not. Football means something to us. Football means something to us. We've all grown up loving the game. This Super League, make no mistake, will happen. It will happen in the end of the day. But it will happen at the way of us normal fans being priced out of it. Football will go bang. Football needs to go bang. The football bubble has to burst for it to go back to where it was at the beginning, which is with us fans. This model, this sort of Premier League or money game will not last. It will go bang one day. And it's because of the success of the Premier League, UEFA have to take massive responsibility for the way the European game is run. And this is where it stops. If FIFA, who are the world governing body, and UEFA do not come up with a plan to stop this, then they're not fit for purpose. The FA have actually come out and said they are looking at points deductions, expulsions from the league, and bans from domestic competitions. That is the punishment you will get for joining the Super League. UEFA are looking into banning from all European competitions. So
sure, they won't care about being in European competitions if they get the Super League. That's the thing. You know, banning them from European competitions. They want to leave it anyway, so it's not even a threat.
It's because UEFA. This all kicked off because of the corruption within UEFA and FIFA. This is where all this is kicked off from.
Yeah.
If you want to go back to the roots of it, this is where it's kicked off from. Sadly, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Look, I agree with everything you and Philip have said. But if you look at it logically, it will happen. This will come to fruition. This will kick off one day, and it's gonna get to the point where we are not going to be. We're already priced out of a game. The three of us live in Ireland. It costs us loads of money to get a flight from Ireland to England to get then whatever to Tottenham. I'm going on the 10th of February. And I tell you one thing, it's costing me nearly €300 for 1 day's travel.
Yeah.
Where 20, 30 years ago, I don't know how much it would have cost you, Philip, to get over to a game if you're an island to England. Seriously though, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
you know-
certainly the ticket prices were way cheaper, way cheaper. You know,
Yeah.
ticket prices were very, very reasonable back in those days.
See, that's the
Flights
thing,
mightn't have
though.
been, but tickets were.
That's the thing, though. These clubs are already hiking up prices on fans and everything else. What bloody drives me mad is that none of these people have any respect for the fans. The same fans that they were crying for to get back into the stadiums after the pandemic, to boost their coffers, to bring them out of financial difficulty and trouble and stuff like that. And of course, the fans done it. But yet here they are again, trying to paint a new Super League, this, that, and the other. And make no mistake about it, whatever club you support, they're all waiting to jump at the first opportunity to be able to go in there. Which just goes to show the disrespect that they have towards the fans. After the pandemic was we need the fans. And we already shown how important we are to these teams, to these people. Yet all they want to do is ruin the game that the fans' money built in the first place. More and more money coming into the game from the fans and everything else. They built the sport to what it is. The TV companies, because of the getting involved in everything else, because of the interest behind the teams and everything else, the fans helped build it. Yet they want to sort of just alleviate most of them at the first opportunity they can. They're an absolute bloody disgrace. Yeah. And this is the problem with all them prawn sandwich brigade. They have no fucking... They just do not care about the fans whatsoever. Do not give a shit about them.
I will say one thing. TV money has helped improve the facilities of football matches now. Improve the stadium.
Yeah, but why does the TV money come about? Because of the interest from the football fans in the first place.
You look at the first division, right? You look why the Premier League was formed. The Premier League was formed because they were trying to strike another deal between ITV and BBC. The clubs, the top 6 clubs thought, hang on a minute. If we join now with Murdoch on the Sky thing, we can earn more money. The last rights were sold, Dave, right, and Philip, for I think it was 5.6 billion euro. 5.6 billion. That's scandalous. And you're right. I've said to you, Philip, many occasions, you know I have, the bubble will go bust one day. The bubble will go, and then we're going to be left. It's going to be left to the fans to pick up the pieces. But sadly, this Super League will happen at the expense of us. And it's sad. It's sad. I mean, you've got VAR now coming in. You've got you're making it more Americanized, the game.
Not even that. They're just trying to kill passion at all opportunity. You can't celebrate a goal anymore. Now, with the Super League, we already know what the intentions is. You already look at Spain. They already play a couple of games abroad every year as well. And the Super League is going to go that way eventually. They're an absolute joke is what it is. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore because they give me a bloody headache. But I do hope when the next proposal comes around, football fans go to that company's office and just stand outside. Don't let anybody in. Peacefully protest and let them know that, hang on, we do have a voice and you're not just going to do what you want. Pisses me off that. Adrian Chia says, imagine the backlash if the FA create the EPL 2 today. From Division 1. They already have an EPL 2. That's the under-21 league. But look, I get what you mean. Like, I'm under no illusion. The Premier League is a Super League, right? But the thing is, it's Super League within its own country to help develop everybody else. And it sends money down the sort of footballing pyramid. Yes, every other club is going to say not enough. But, a European Super League is completely different. And like they say, there's promotion and relegation. But for instance, say if Chelsea, for instance, started off in the top league, they have a shit season. All they do is go down one league. They're not coming out on the next team that's qualified in the Premier League ahead of them going in there. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke.
Can I just add something on that, Dave, on that?
Yeah.
When the Premier League was created back in 92, 93, right, there was a massive outcry then because of the first division and what it meant and everything. But people forgot very quickly. Once the Premier League started and all the razzmatazz and all the new, whatever, people seem to forget. People move on, but the Premier League does not pay enough money. The filtering system for the lower clubs doesn't work. It needs restructuring. There's teams going bust in the lower leagues,
But that's not because of the Premier League teams. That's because of the people governing the leagues. They're letting owners in that should never be brought in. You can't expect the Premier League clubs to pay off all these guys' debts and stop them from going into trouble. At the end of the day, the governments around the leagues is their problem.
Yeah, the Premier League pyramid is wrong because money doesn't filter down. The Premier League's a many £1 billion a season. The clubs all get their cut, but it's supposed to filter down to the other leagues, and it doesn't filter down because of the pyramid. It's fixed. The pyramid is broken. So do you know what I mean? The Premier League for me is, you are right, it's a super league within in all name but form. But we all complained about it. We all got used to it. People will get used to it, and we need to stick to our guns now and say we do not want change. It's ridiculous. I am so mad over this. Do you know? It's not football anymore to me. This is killing my passion for the game.
VAR's already killed it.
Yeah,
VAR's already killing it. They can't wait to do it. You know, they cannot wait to do it. But big up Adrian Chi, my man. Really do appreciate the support. Look, let's wait and see what happens, Adrian. Let's wait and see what happens. Dark Song G, good to see you in the building, sir. Hopefully you're keeping well this morning. Happy Christmas to you. Says, come on, you Spurs, let's win today and see Blues and Gooners lose. That would be absolutely unbelievable. I'm actually want to draw with Liverpool, Arsenal, Dark Song G, selfishly, just so we can close the gap a little bit more, brother. But look, let's wait and see. But good morning to you, and happy Christmas to you, sir. He also says we shouldn't hope on VAR today. It's Oliver, right? Yeah, do you know what? I've seen Michael Salisbury and Michael Oliver. I'm not actually sure who it is, Dark Zone G, but if it is Michael Oliver, he sent off Romero versus Chelsea and Basuma versus Forest. If he's in there again today, we already know what's going to happen. He just looks for it at this stage. I want that guy investigated, actually, to be brutally honest with you. He has a vendetta against Tottenham, whatever's happened. Dark Song G. Any more stats on him, though, to dig deeper that we can, let me know, Dark Song G. Please do let me know if we can dig deeper. But yeah, he's not going to be good for us if he is in the VAR room. That's for sure. And then also Moondog says, big up, lads. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, Moondog. Let me know who your first goal scorer is today, sir. You know, you've got the last few right. Why not keep it in tradition heading into Christmas? Who have you put down today? But good morning, Moondog, to you and Charlie. Good to see you all. But look, we are going to move on from the Super League. That's enough of that. We'll probably come back to it in another couple of weeks when they come out with round 3 of what they're going to do. Absolute joke. But look, we'll start getting into talking about today's game with the top 2, Liverpool and Arsenal, playing each other this weekend, and Man City not playing due to being at the Club World Cup. How important is it that we win this game today and go into Christmas being in the top 4 and give us fans across the world, us Spurs fans across the world, an early Christmas present? We'll start with you on this one, Philip.
Yeah, very important. Like we pulled ourselves back up by our bootlaces after that bad run of 5 matches without a win the last 2. Although, you know, Everton don't normally do very well at our place. We normally turn them over, but they've won the last 4 games. So this is going to be tricky. And, you know, and I look at Sean Dyche, and I think Sean Dyche and Ange Postecoglou could be brothers. They're the 2 most similar managers in the Premiership. They're both, you know, straight talking, Aussie and Northerner, and I like Sean Dyche. I think he's done a great job and will do a great job at Everton. That being said, we need to win today, and I think we will. I think our impetus is up there. Everton won't have the guts to come at us because they know what's going to happen if they do. And I'm expecting a very good Christmas from Tottenham. I think the fixture list have been reasonably kind to us. Like, we've got none of the big guns. I know Brighton are tricky. But one thing, just a little bit of warning, I don't think anybody would have given Sheffield United a chance at Villa last night. And they came within a couple of minutes of causing a huge upset. So you have to bear that in mind. There's no easy matches, and today will not be easy.
Look, I completely agree with that. I don't think it is going to be easy. I think it's going to be rather frustrating. But Dermo, I mean, how important is it that we just get across the line, right? All good teams, they find a way in these games, regardless of how difficult the opposition is.
It is very important, and Everton are on one defeat in the last 6 or 7 games now, since the 10-point deduction was announced. So they're on a rich frame of form at the moment. I think them and only Aston Villa have better forms in the Premier League. Look, we have to go out and take 3 points today. We have to set momentum for the rest of the Christmas. It's so important. We've won our last 2. Let's make it 3 out of 3. Look, Everton is not an easy game, but we have enough about us to take 3 points today. It's so important we do. Anything less than 3 points will be for me will be disastrous. Not even a point. I just want to go 3 points, get it done, take our chances, get it over the line. It's so important.
Look, I think today will be a huge test of our character. You know, there's a huge opportunity here for us to be inside top 4, but also for us to lay down our marker for a title challenge if we win today, especially with Liverpool and Arsenal playing each other. So it'll be a huge test of our mentality and character. Be interesting to see how we sort of handle that. But also, look, this ain't going to be any easy game. Everton, they're 4 wins on the bounce with 4 clean sheets on the bounce as well. So they don't give up that many goals, and their sort of football is effective. Look, it's a bit like what West Ham done to us. They're going to sit in for large periods. They give up a lot of possession in their games, and they'll just look for that counter, and they look to maximise it. So it's going to be a very, very difficult game today. But look, regardless, like I said, top clubs find a way. People with title ambitions, they find a way to get through these games. So let's wait and see what sort of Tottenham turn up today. But for me, if they're serious about any sort of ambitions this season, even top 4, they have to win today. They have to follow up against Brighton and against Bournemouth. You know, go for 9 points over this sort of between this festive fixture list and the new year. You know, put yourselves in a great position heading into January with all the injuries coming back, with the transfer window open. So it's on us today. Let's see what we make, but it's definitely not going to be easy.
No, it isn't. It isn't. But look, we have to take our chances. That is the main thing today. Have to take our chances.
I see it does look as if it's Michael Oliver on VAR there.
Yeah. I just
that's
checked.
what the Premier League is saying.
Yeah.
The Premier League website
they should spread it. They should spread it out more. I mean, surely having him doing it 3 or 4 games up for us in the last couple of months is slightly irregular. Surely it's like refereeing matches. The VAR official should be changed around, not have the same one every time.
Seems like he's handpicked.
Yeah. I said it there, I think it was the last game. I said to him he needs, for the Man United Liverpool game, I said he has to be now stepped down and investigated in. It was so blatant that the anti whatever he was doing on that game. He has to be investigated. I think he's a corrupt referee. I really do. I think all referees are corrupt, but he's corrupt out of a lot of them, and he has to be investigated.
Well, he's definitely anti-Tottenham, that's for sure. It seems like he's being handpicked to be put in the VAR room for Tottenham's games. I know it sounds a bit cynical, but when you look at the games that he's been involved in and the cards we pick up, the sending offs we get, and the sort of refereeing decisions that we get as well, I mean, for me, it seems like something's going on. But look, this is what the Premier League website is saying here, what Dermot's put in. Other websites are quoting that it's... what's his name? Salisbury, Michael Salisbury.
I did that from our pre-game thoughts. I had put Oliver, the other fella in as a VAR. Yeah, Salisbury as a VAR man.
Everyone's given out different sort of reports on who's in the VAR room. So I think what they're trying to do is keep us guessing. You know, they'll probably bring in the creative VAR and VAR themselves. It wouldn't surprise me. Fast Radfar 3-1 Spurs says, if Kulu keeps his mask on, we win 3-1. Kulu, Son and Richie. As you can see in the thumbnail, I did get a picture of Kulu with the mask. You can't see me. Absolutely love it. He also had the ball under his jersey for the celebration. So it seems like he's expecting a child. So big things on the way for him. And look, Postecoglou also touched him on the pre-match press conference, saying he's happy with Richie, but there's a hell of a lot more to come from him, which I think so as well. I cannot wait to see. But we'll get on to that in a little while, Faz Radfar. But look, big game today. I would love a Kulu goal. I'd love Sonny cutting in off the left with a trademark right foot finish, curler outside the box, and a Prue pigeon dance to sign off for Christmas with a big shush to the Everton away fans. That'd be absolutely brilliant, Faz Radfar. I'd love Richarlison to score and just run by the away fans going, oh, I'd absolutely love it. It'd send them into chaos. And also, so big up Faz Radfar. Really appreciate the support, sir. And Dark Sung G also says, Atwell is great for us since 21-22, 6 games, we won 5. Yeah, in terms of the referee, not bad. not bad for us at all. But it's the guy in the VAR room. They seem to have more power than the referees at this moment in time. And it's the guy in the VAR room that I'm really worried about. Hopefully, is Salisbury over Michael Oliver. Hopefully, the Premier League website have made a mistake on that. But look, let's wait and see, Dark Zone G. But in terms of Stuart Atwell, hopefully, all I want is a game that's refereed fair. What I'm sick of, actually, is we see our players getting absolutely clattered left, right, and centre, and it's allowed.
Yeah.
So then our players go, okay, well, this is the standard. They go and tackle someone, and it's a lot less worse than the tackles that we're receiving. Straight away, whistle blown, cards are out. It's absolutely embarrassing. So today, I went and bought my own FIFA official referees kit. So I'm going to re-referee the game today, and I'm going to be the one refereeing. And everything he gets wrong, I'll be correcting him on. So I'm going to keep a scorecard. I've got the red card and the yellow card and the whistle. So I do have my own referee's kit. I just need to get the black outfit, and you will see your boy being a referee soon. In fact, if I'm that good at it, I might actually run to become a Premier League referee because they're that much of a joke. So, yeah, your boy, David Harris, referee for today's game. That's what I say.
Are you running this yellow and red card on us as well, Dave? Do we have to be on our best behaviour, or will it go to VAR if we sort of make a mistake? Like,
there's no control in you two lunatics, so you two can. I just accept it. You two can do what you want.
do you get a yellow card like for missing questions, and do you get a red card like for turning up late? Is that how it's going to work?
No, Dermot, if you miss questions, I'll put you in timeout for a minute. That's what'll happen there.
Dave, you're going to be appointed the official Spurs referee for all our home games. Yeah. And I'm sure you'll be very impartial.
It's getting like a dictatorship now.
That's what it's about for me, retribution.
It's getting a bit like a dictatorship. What do you reckon, Philip? It's the IrishHotspur.
I think so.
It's getting a little big free boots. He needs to be taken down to a peg or two.
He'd be going round the teams in the tunnel and booking the Everton players when they're having their stunts the right length and this sort of stuff. Yeah.
If it was the Arsenal game, he'd be headbutting them all. He'd be going, "Here, come here. I want to give you something."
Yeah.
Bang!
I wouldn't mind that. I'd be quite entitled to do that. Yeah.
He'd be sending Lego Man off after 5 minutes, Philip. He'd be going, "Here, come here, Mr. Lego Man. I want someone to tell you. What? Here, red card, you're off."
Get off.
Look, I tell you, one thing I wouldn't be doing is blow my whistle for a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge and booking Destiny Adoji and getting them suspended. That's one thing I wouldn't be doing.
Yeah. Look, even the goal we got at Forest, the Forest goal where it was offside. How long did it take VAR?
5 minutes.
Right,
it took 5 minutes.
And look, even my friend, right, he spoke to me afterwards. He said even his 4-year-old child who cannot, even said that he said to him, "Is that offside?" He went, "Yeah." Even a 4-year-old could have worked that out. That was offside. 3 of them
he was
were
looking
offside.
for a reason to give the goal, not to disallow it. They were looking for reasons to give the goal. That's why it took so long. They couldn't find any in the end.
What I will say is, once I find a system to be able to draw my own lines on the offside and everything, I'm absolutely aware. So if there's anybody out there that knows how I can incorporate that into my watch along, so I don't have to watch 50 replays that the Premier League throw up for us, that it takes them so long to come to a decision, I reckon I can come to a decision a lot quicker. So if anyone out there does know how I can implement the VAR system into my watch alongs, let me know so that I can start re-reffing that too. But yes, today you've got your boy Big Dave as the referee today, re-reffing the game from Ireland. So hopefully I do a great job and we get the win, because I'm absolutely sick of all the other referees. They don't do it right. So if I do a good job today, I'm just going to keep smashing it. And big up Tequila on that, by the way. Absolute legend. Keep doing that periodically. That'd be absolutely brilliant. And Welsh Gal has given me, exactly, Welshie. The big red card will be waiting to come out today for an opposition player.
I tell you what we have on our channel, Dave. We've got duck sounds, right? When it goes to VAR, right? Philip knows this. I put a load of ducks, right? And when the decision goes wrong for the opposition to have a baby crying, I got it of TalkSport, how they do their, have you seen? And I've put that now. That's my VAR. I put duck sounds on it. It's quite funny. Tequila loves it.
He loves it. Loves it, Tequila. Bit worried about Tequila. He's not right in the head, that guy, but I absolutely love him.
He's leading me astray a little bit, Dave, but I'm loving it. I love being leading. Tequila's sort of, leading me astray, and I'm loving it. Yeah, I am a lunatic. You are right earlier. Full-fledged.
Ribsy85 says, I want to see effing Gary Neville pause the broadcast to check with Dave on the ref's call.
Yeah.
Look, that guy has an agenda against Tottenham. Every tackle a Tottenham player makes, oh, that's a red card. That's a red card.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he's an absolute disgrace. I actually like the guy as a pundit. I think he's got some very good things to say. But when it comes to Tottenham, he's just so quick. That's a red card. That's a red card. It's so annoying. Really, really annoying. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up to Old Trafford and I'm going to referee a game there. And I'm going to start dishing out red cards. And when he goes, oh, that's not a red, I'll be like, well, everything else is a red to you. So why is that now? He's an absolute clown when it comes to talking about Tottenham. Dark Song G also says Salisbury is just as bad. Too bad call for Wolves versus Fulham. Also, he has the West Ham. He was the West Ham referee, which isn't a good omen, to be honest. Let's get 9 points from today. Philip, Salisbury just as bad. Doesn't matter who's in the back room.
He's had a few incidents. He got taken off the list in April for making a bad call in a Brighton match. I think the Wolves manager was giving out about him in November, so he's got a bit of history. Maybe Michael Oliver mightn't be so bad after all.
Yeah. Look, let's wait and see what happens. Dermo, any thoughts on if it is Salisbury, he's just as bad?
All referees are numpties. That's just my conclusion to that question. All referees are complete idiots. We could run the better game than Stuart Atwell. Sorry, Philip, go on.
No, go on. Carry on.
Philip. No, go on, Philip. It's fine. I was finished.
Stuart Atwell is the guy that way back, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I think he was refereeing a championship match, gave a goal when the ball didn't even go into the net.
Jesus
it went
Christ.
along the side of the net and ended up in the net through a hole in the net, and he gave the goal. He got taken off the list for a while after that. So
was that Liverpool?
Dermot's right. All around, none of the referees instill any confidence in me at all. Not one of them.
And just one thing about Gary Neville: do not get Philip started on Gary Neville. You'd be here till 5 o'clock tonight if you got Philip started on Gary Neville.
We won't. We'll move on from Gary Neville.
I take very quickly, please, just let Roy Keane do all the commentary. Just Roy Keane for me would be absolutely brilliant. I love Roy Keane as a pundit. I wish to get him on commentary duty because he'd be an absolute laugh.
Love it.
What's coming out here was the yellow card.
I love it. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. But big up, Dark Side G, my man. Really appreciate the support. And you're right. Let's go and get 9 points and lay it down our claim for the title, my man. Just quickly. Yellow card to Mia. She's late. So, Mia, that's a yellow. That's a warning to you for being late in. I know. That's a good morning, Mia. Great to see you. And
hang on. What's the rules now? If you get 2 yellows, is that a stream suspension? Are you running? Are you running off the Premier League rules? 4 yellow cards means a suspension, then a red card means a 3-game ban. Is that how you're running it now, Dave?
No, you have to watch Arsenal Fan TV for a week.
Yeah. I'll have to come up with my own system for sure. Today is just about keeping the players in line, though. Dark So G says Blues James getting surgery. Laugh my ass off. Porro's better than James. Yeah, look, I think he went out, what was it, to Turkey for a hamstring surgery. The guy's always injured. Good for us, by the way. But look, Porro is the best right back in the league without a shadow of a doubt. You know, people say Trent Alexander-Arnold or what have you not, but in terms of output, goals and assists, Porro's up there and he's better defensively. For me, that makes him the best right back in the league. What would you say, Philip?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think we all worried about him. Would he fit into Ange's system? But he's been a revelation. I mean, that pass he made to Richarlison for the goal against Newcastle, you know, it was mentioned. It was a good pass. If Trent Alexander-Arnold had done that, Sky would be having us doing that a 3-hour special on us. You know, but the fact that Porro did it was just barely mentioned, you know?
Yeah. Oh, it was an unbelievable ball. Absolutely unbelievable. You're absolutely spot on there. Philip or Dermo, do you agree? Pedro Porro, best right back in the league?
Porro is the best wing back in the league by far. The work he does goes so unnoticed. And for James at Chelsea, he's useless. All Chelsea players are useless. But Porro, for me, he's up there. I think he'd be win back of the season. He's been immense for us. And everyone was slagging him off. Everyone was saying, oh, what's this? He's no good. And look, he can play he can left wing. He can play wing back as well. Absolutely brilliant. But I love him. And we've now found our Danny Rose and Trippier at our fullbacks.
Not Trippier, Kyle Walker. Trippier is shite.
Yeah, well, Kyle Walker. But the point I'm making, we found our back 5 we had on the pitch. A back 4 plus the goalkeeper. We have got our foundations. and Porro is part of that foundations. We're missing when he's not there. For me, he's having player of the season.
Yeah, he's been absolutely outstanding.
Yes.
And for me, I actually think he's going to be integral today. Everton are going to sit low, block, tight defence. What you do need is someone with his passing ability, bend it like Porro, also with his crossing ability. Just to unlock this Everton defence, he's going to be absolutely crucial today, Dark Zone G. And I predict a big game from the little man today, my man. Big yourself up. The Porro Express, entire keeping with Christmas. He's about to deliver today, my man. I did warn everybody when we signed him. He delivers UK wide. So hopefully it's again today. Big up Paul Bean Counter as well. Also big up Paul Wiley as well. Great to have you in. Moondog has gone with Sarr for the first goal scorer and Kulu anytime. You know what? We're going to get on to Papa Sarr, Moondog, in just a moment. But for me, he's the glue to this midfield. It's been a stat banded round during the week, which sort of confirms what I've been saying about the guy, which is we'll get on to for sure. But look, I'd love him to score today. And his last goal was against Man United. He's overdue, and I'd love one for him today. And look, I do believe Kulu will score as well, for sure. Not a bad bet at all, Moondog. What's the return on it? Brother? Let me know. And then we're going to take this from Ribsy, and then we're going to crack on with the next question. He says the people want Philip Brady's opinions on Gary Neville.
Philip? How long have you got? No. Listen, like you, Dave, I admired Gary Neville as a pundit, but it's just whatever it is with Tottenham, absolutely looking for reasons to, like, the minute Romero's tackle was bad against Chelsea, fair enough. I mean, Neville nearly jumped out of the commentary box screaming for the red. But one of his beloved Manchester United players in their last game, I forget which one it was, did a tackle that was almost exactly the same. And he talked it down. That he was unlucky. He went for the ball. It just seems to be, whenever it comes to Tottenham, he doesn't want to know whether. But then again, I begin to wonder: is this all a setup? Are they told to be certain favourite for certain clubs and go against others to get the fans riled up and get them watching? Yeah, I can't believe he's just become so anti-Tottenham all of a sudden. There's a reason behind that. And Dermot, we'll do another 4-hour special on him later on our own channel.
Yeah, he did come out and said, to be fair to him now, I am actually gonna back him a little bit here. He did come out, he says when Tottenham games come on the list, he loves us watching us play. He says we're the best team in the league. So he was trying to go, but Philip, you don't say that on our channel. That was diplomatic. That was nowhere near what you say in our channel. So
yeah, but I'm scared. I don't want to get a red card.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Red cards here, lad.
I've bribed the referee. Don't worry, I've bribed him with loads of potching and stuff. So that's right. He won't give you a red card. Don't worry about it. I've got your back, Jack.
No. I just love to see one game. Gary Neville give us a fair crack of the whip when it comes to maybe dodgy decisions. That he supports our side of it, not the other team's side of it, all the time. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
Look, I think everyone that comes out and says, "Oh, we love watching Tottenham," it's a cover up for all the anti-Tottenham stuff they say, in my opinion. Yeah. But big up, Ribsy. We managed to keep Philip somewhat diplomatic on Gary Neville. No doubt if you keep putting it in, eventually the name keeps popping up in front of Philip. You might see red and you get the true feelings, Ribsy. But big yourself up, my man. I really appreciate support. Also, Peter Breen all the way from Cork. Happy Christmas, my man, and hopefully you're keeping well. I'd love a Young Offenders Christmas special this year, Peter Breen. Absolutely brilliant. Adrian G says pundits that were failed managers are crap. So bitter. Do you know what? I'm not sure that they're bitter. I just think, especially them United guys, you hear about their allegiance United over England when they went to England camp, this, that, and the other. They just can't park it aside. Look, I don't blame them. Look what they went on to win, how long they were at a club and stuff like that. I actually blame the media. They don't get enough Spurs representatives in. You got Michael Dawson, Ledley King, Robbie Keane. You got loads of players you can go and get. Go and get some of the older guys, Mickey Hazard, Graham Roberts, people like that. Why can't they? No, they want to bring in ex-United guys to talk on Tottenham all the time. That's why I don't listen to them anymore. That's why I just want to start my own watch-alongs. I can't listen to the anti-Spurs tribe that they keep perpetuating, my man. But, look, it's problem solved simply. Just go and get more Spurs representatives, to come on and talk about Tottenham and stop going to the likes of Liverpool people and Man United people. Like when Spurs were under the pressure at Conte, Who cares what Carragher or Gary Neville has to say about the football club? They don't have an interest in Tottenham Hotspur or what's going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. Yet they bring them on to have a discussion about whether the manager should be sacked or not. Why don't you bring on ex-Spurs players to have them discussions who actually know what's going on inside the club? It's a joke.
And what about Paul Merson? Paul Merson. We haven't mentioned Paul Merson yet.
Disgrace.
Oh, no. Oh, geez.
I mean, Paul Merson's a guy. If you believed his predictions every week, Spurs would have no points at the end of the season. He has down to lose nearly every game.
And the thing is, right, I actually have no problem with like boistry towards the teams you played for, your support. I'm like that. But, you know, just when you are discussing certain things, bring on players that actually are people from that club. It's that simple. It's that simple. But Paul Merson is a joke. You know, you say we'd have no points. The reason why he's got no cash is because he's a joke. But go on, Dermo.
Yeah, you've started them off now. This will be it now. This will be the. I mean, it's that once Paul Merson gets mentioned, it's like Philip. Like you can see him twitching, right? It's like his head starts twitching, right? Paul Merson is an idiot. I tell you, I stand by it. Roy Keane for me is the best pundit out there. He tells it as it is. If say Man United are playing bad, he would say these are playing bad. He will praise teams when they play good, and he dishes teams when they play bad. For me, he is a proper pundit. And Glenn Hoddle as well, another great pundit. But for me, Roy Keane, I think he's the fairest pundit out there. I don't know what you guys think, but for me personally, I think he's the fairest one out there.
He's very good. He's very good.
He is.
Especially when they mention Mick McCarthy. That just triggers them even further.
Just quickly, VAR check. That's dissent. So that's a red card to Mia for dissent. Just getting practicing for today, Mia. Don't mind me at all. Great to see you, though. I know you were in before that. I'm only messing with you. But we like the referee last week. We can't have people talking back to the referee, so just have to get my rules nailed and down now.
Leave Scrappy Doo alone. You leave old Scrappy Doo alone. She's all right.
You can't speak to the ref like that. That's the same.
She wasn't. She was saying she was here and she didn't make the tackle. All right, it was a fair. I'm captain here, so it was a fair tackle. I think you should rescind that yellow card. I think you should rescind that. I'll give you some more. I'll give you another luxury hotel for another week if you rescind that yellow card, Dave. I'm bribing you.
We'll leave it up to the comments. Do you agree with the dissent or should we rescind it? Please let us know. Please let us know. But look, guys, we keep cracking on. Everton are third lowest in the league for passes completed and have had less than 50% possession in almost all their games, despite not having much of the ball in games. Everton have been winning games. Is Deutsch ball the sort of perfect antidote to handball? Is the way that Everton play well suited to cause Tottenham some problems? Basically, how do we avoid what happened to us against West Ham? Because it's going to be very, very similar.
Yeah. Look, for me, I think Ange would have learned a lot from the West Ham and how they did. I think he would have learned a lot. It's a mistake. Ange is very good at learning from his mistakes very quickly. And I think he'll have a way to break down Everton. It's going to be a very patient game, this. It's about breaking the opposition down. Ange will do it. Everton, look, they're on a rich frame of form, but I think Everton will have to pick the games where they know they're going to win or where they're going to pick up a point or where they might lose. I think the games in and around them are their priority. Anything else is a bonus. So I think we'll just have a bit much for Everton today. And I think Ange would have learned a lot from West Ham. And I think the players would have done as well. How not to play. Because I cannot go through that again, Dave, what we saw at West Ham. It was absolutely terrible. But Ange, we know what he's like. He's a quick learner. I agree with you, Mia. I got your back. Don't worry.
But look, even what was it? Wolves F1 earlier on. He says, Dave, and your panel and chat, can Spurs handle those tricky toughies? Philip.
Yeah, I mean, okay, we'll always look at Sean Dyche's teams, and I suppose Everton are kind of a Mark II of Burnley. They're an improvement on Burnley, and the style of play football. It's not pretty. I mean, the fact that they've got less passes than any other team in the Premiership nearly shows that Everton are always known for the good football, but with this guy now, it's survival. That's really all he's interested in with the 10-point deduction. I think you're right. They're going to sit back. They're going to try and hit us on the counter. Calvert-Lewin is a danger. I would miss him. I'd be wary of him. But don't forget, Everton had a cup game during the week. which would we didn't. So we've a week free. We didn't play for the last 8 days. They played on Tuesday. I know they lost on penalties to Fulham, so that'll be in the back of their mind. The legs might be a bit leggy. They know coming to Tottenham they're going to be under pressure. So I think this is one of the games Sean Dyche will probably be targeting. We're going to be very, very, very defensive. We'll try and get out of here with a point. I don't think they'll be going for anything too spectacular. If they do, God, I hope they do, because we'll murder them if they come at us. But I don't think they will. I think it's going to be a dour game.
Yeah.
We are unbeaten against them in the last 5 Premier League games, 2 wins and 3 draws. So, and the last game was a 1-1 draw at the Lane. I know Goodson Park, I think, but we are unbeaten. They haven't beaten us in the last 5 games. So we've got a good record against Everton. So we should really come out with 3 points today.
Yeah, we've an unbelievable record against them, absolutely. But they are a team, like I said, they're galvanised with that 10-point deduction, 4 clean sheets on the bounce, difficult to score against. Look, the onus is on us, just to sort of have a bit better sort of game management, not in the West Ham game. We sort of rested on our laurels, we sort of got a bit too confident, too cocky, thought we were going to smash them up, and we got caught. We didn't do enough on the day to really go and sort of win that game. Once we went 1-0 up, we got very comfortable. And, we started acting the clown on the ball, to be honest with you. I think the lesson was learned against Forest, even though we went 1-0 up. They went for the second, went for the kill. And hopefully it's the same again today if they can go 1-0 up. See, for me, the trick is scoring early. Scoring first, but scoring early. You score early, it completely changes their game plan. And it gives us longer to go and try and find that second. So for me, that's the trick today, is just scoring early, and let's take it from there. But what I don't want to see is us scoring and go back to our old cocky selves where we're doing standing on the ball, little 5-yard passes, little back heels and shit like that. Do that when you're 2-3-0 up, not when you're 1-0 up. Martin Knightsbridge, I was going to book you for being late, but he says afternoon and Merry Christmas to you, lad. So I can't really book him when he's wishing us Happy Christmas. So I can't do that, but big up, Martin. Happy Christmas to you as well. Hopefully you and Taylor and the wife, or the missus, actually, you have a great sort of Christmas, my man. And let me know how Taylor's doing as well on the recovery from the back surgery, brother. But big yourself up, Martin. As I said, you avoid a booking because you wished us Merry Christmas.
Hang on a minute here. Michael Oliver springs to mind now. Do you know? Michael Oliver here as a referee. Yeah, that's Oliver visit. Yeah, Michael Oliver here.
Oliverism.
Yeah,
Oliverism.
Yeah. Yeah, do you know what? I think there's something fishy here. We have to now gang together, guys, and I think there's some corruption here now. Don't worry. We'll get them investigated. Don't worry.
So, Martin, what I take from that is Dermot doesn't want to wish you Happy Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Martin, by the way.
Merry Christmas. Oh, God, no.
Yeah,
no,
I just feel the referee's a little bit corrupted here. So we'll have to look into his bank accounts and his dealings now with the fans here. We have to look into something. You can't just book one and not book the other.
No, me never wished Happy Christmas. She put Happy Christmas at the end of the message. She could have said anything to me she wants. If she ended it with Happy Christmas, I can't book her. I'm only messing. I'm only having a bit of fun. I'm only clowning around today. As you can see, I'm in the Christmas spirit. But
I'm feeding off that as well, Dave. I'm feeding off your clowning around. I'm feeding off it. I love it.
But big up. Also, Dark Sun G, Everton without the Corey is great for us. They are tired. Yeah, he's been absolutely brilliant. He sort of gets into the box as sort of like their second striker. He's had a couple of goals of late as well. Him being out is absolutely huge. Look, he's brilliant in midfield in terms of up and down all game long, turning ball over, and he can play a little as well. So it is good that he's out. It hopefully, makes that midfield a little bit less combative, Dark Sun G, in that regard. But it's huge that he's out. I personally, I'd love Braithwaite to stay out at left back, but I don't see that happening today with the pace of our wingers. I do not see that happening today. But big up, my man. Really do appreciate support. Dark Sun Genie also says, Atwell was the ref 2 seasons ago when we won 5-0. Was that who was that against?
Everton. A Monday night game. I remember we won 5-0. The 2 seasons ago.
She's Dark Sun G. Whatever you're doing, my man, to have that memory, please let me know. Like, what are you eating or drinking, or what do you do every single day to be able to have that sort of memory? I'd absolutely kill for that. If I had that memory, I'd be a multimillionaire. Dark Sun G, let me know. let me know. But big up, Dark Sun G. Hopefully it's another 5-0 tonight. That'd be a right Christmas present for us Spurs fans heading into the season. That'd be absolutely unbelievable, Dark Sun G, if that's the case, my man. And then Martin Icebridge says, Dermot, 3-match ban for speaking out after the fact. Yep, you're right. You're right, Martin. Card for you, Dermot. Send it off. Dissent.
That's my answer to that.
But big up, Martin. You're absolutely spot on. You know, we have to keep. Do you know what? I'm going to change this. For today, we're going to use this just for this show for control of the panel. That's what we're going to do.
Hang on. What's on that book there?
Martin,
hang
going
on.
to get booked.
Is that FIFA? Are you part of the FIFA?
I told you I got a FIFA official standard.
So basically, so FIFA, you went to FIFA, right? And they give you that, and they said, right, if you give us some donuts and some Irish poaching, we'll let you be a referee. There's corruption here. Do you know what I mean? It's full of corruption. Do you know?
Look, I emailed them after the games this season, sent out in detail, you know, my complaints about the referee. So they said, okay, Dave, you think you can do a better job? We'll send you out a card kit. So today, that's what I'm going to do.
Where can I appeal this 3-match ban? Who can I go to as an appeal? Do I have to go to Jack?
Awake.
Yeah, I'll be sending my appeal into Jack. Don't worry. You know, I feel Jack needs to be told about this Michael Oliver that's come onto the show. I don't know what you've done with Dave Harris, but Michael Oliver's now running the show here. It's a bit dodgy here. Sorry. Booking me up, sending me off. He'd be sending Philip off next.
I couldn't send Philip off. I don't think I could, Dermot. I'd just be harsh. Couldn't send Philip off. I'd do off, all right. You're from Wexford.
He leaves Wexford out of this. We're taking overkill there.
Let's keep this
I've
moving.
just got sent off, Philip. I've just got sent off.
Well, I'm sure you deserved it. I'm sure you deserved it.
Oh yeah, you're part of the corruption as well. You put together.
Philip texted me privately. He said, "Send Dermo off." Yeah.
Yeah, part corruption to pay you. This is corrupt. I tell you, I think you're right, Mayor. There's some corruption here. You know.
But look, guys, just to finish off the essence of the question, teams that sit up sort of low block against us look to spring counterattacks. Do we have a problem against these teams, or is that just naturally always going to be the harder games you face when teams sit in because of how many they sit back behind the ball?
Yeah, I think so. Low block teams are difficult to play against. We do seem to struggle, but I think not so much now. The pace that we've got, you know, with the likes of Porro and Johnson coming down the wings, I think we can probably negate that low block a little bit more than we were able to, maybe the slower paced players. But as the team gets, I think winning breeds confidence, and if we keep winning, we'll not fear any team, regardless whether they're low, medium, or high block, whatever way you want to call it. So, like, let's face it, we're fifth in the league. We were top. We're in the title race. I'll begrudgingly admit that we are in a race, you know, if we can do well over Christmas here. But we've got to beat teams like Everton. We can't be going into these teams worrying about them. Let's just go and blow them away and get on to the next one. That's the way I look at it now.
Low block teams have always been our sort of Achilles heels, to be fair. We've always struggled against them, but I think with Ange, it's changing. Look, Everton, I keep saying it, Everton's going to be tough today. It's no easy game in the Premier League. Everton fighting for their lives.
Never.
But we are in the title race. I've said it from the start. The prophet had spoken. Everyone said the prophet was loony in delusional land. We are in the title race. Philip has now come aboard and listened to the word of Ange.
I said if we get 9 points over Christmas,
I'm just saying. You said we're in the title race, so that's all I'm hearing. I'm not listening to the rest.
Right.
And Dave was part of the prophet. He was my boss. But since he's gone to the refereeing side now, I've sacked him. I'm now the prophet. Dave is just some refereeing Michael Oliver, corrupt referee who likes talking to FIFA and now is with the Prawn Sandwich Brigade and has forgotten his mates.
Never.
So I'm sorry, Dave. Look, I have to give you something here now. And I haven't got a yellow card or a red card. But I'm going to have to give you the white card, which means you are now banned for 10 games unless you can rescind the red card against me. So there you go.
Sounds like you're giving them a paracetamol there.
I was.
I need one listening to him, Philip. I need one of them
Listen
listening
to
to
that. I
him.
know.
Yeah.
That's very, very fitting. That was very
Do you know?
fitting.
Do you know what? I'm not that bad to everyone. I'm not that bad to let everyone know.
We'll have to give you a sin bin, Dermo. The new rules coming into football. We'll have to give you a sin bin, so we will.
You can stick your sin
Love
bin
it.
with the
But look,
sunshine and all.
that is my next question. We are 6 points off top going into today's game. Many said it was too soon to be in a tight race after 10 games. Well, we're still hanging in there after 17 games. So I want to know off you guys, everyone. I've tried to keep Dermot off that for the last hour. I've done a great job doing that. But look, let's let the hat out of the bag. I mean, Dermot, are we in a title race? And tell me why.
Of course, we're in the title race. If you're mathematically still in
One
there,
second, I
you're
got a
in
knock at the door.
That's FIFA coming with the big parcel for him. You know that, don't you?
That's the Michael Oliver delivery is coming to the door.
Yeah,
now.
that's the Michael Oliver fan club merchandise coming now. Now, it wasn't right. It actually is paracetamol, by the way, Martin. Not what I've got a box of them in the cupboard.
I was going to say that, but I thought, no, I better not.
Yeah, I've got boxes of them in the cupboard, by the way. Look, we are. Oh, you can tell it's nearly Christmas. Me and Philip have gone completely loony.
Giddy at the minute.
Yeah. Philip's been at the potching, and so have I. So we're both whee. No, look, we are in the title race. I think. Look, if somebody had said to me we'd be 5 points off the lead? Is it 5 points, Philip?
6 points. 6 points.
6 points. Look, we could end up in the top 2 by the end of Christmas if results go away. Yeah. If we get a good January, then I think we are. We are in the title race. We're well within the Champions League race. We are in the title race, Philip. And look, that's been my position. What's your position on it, Philip? And why do you think fans? Just a quick question here. Why do you think fans, like me, are saying we're in a title race? Why do you think we're saying this? Where last season we weren't saying it, or even under Conte, we didn't say when we were at the top of the league.
Well, because we've got a manager this time that we can believe in, that believes in the project. He's not just there to make up his paycheck every month like Conte was and Mourinho was. You want to come to that? Okay, look at it this way. If we hadn't lost to West Ham, Wolves, and Villa, we'd be top of the league now by 3 points. Yeah, and they are 3 games we should have won. I'm leaving the Chelsea one out of it because that was just a disaster, that happened. But if the Chelsea game hadn't happened, we probably would have had Romero and whatever and Van de Ven, and we would have won those 3 games. We'd be top of the league. Now I'm still doubtful, Thomas. Call me doubtful to that, doubting Thomas, but I do feel we've got ourselves back in the last couple of games to play the way we can play. And if we can go unbeaten over Christmas, then I'll reluctantly agree with you. Yes, we are in the title race, but we need to be closer to the top than we are now before I'll admit that. So we can get within 3 points of the title race, fair enough. If we drop 9 points behind it, then I think we're out of it. So it's up to the team to have a good Christmas, and then I'll start believing.
Yeah, look, it's my job to Mr. DK. It's my job to believe what I believe. Look, there's 5 or 6 teams within a title race. So I'm not an idiot. If you think that, then just go and watch AFTV.
First of all, Mr. DK, you're more than entitled to disagree, but let's do it in the right way. There's a way to do it, my man, rather than, calling people names and stuff like that. So, look, more than entitled to disagree, but just don't be calling anyone an idiot at the end of the day, my man. It's their point of view. Look, I'm also a bit of an idiot because I also sort of believe we can go on and mount a late title challenge. Of course, it depends on what happens today. Today, if we can win with Liverpool and Arsenal playing each other, I think it puts us right in the mix for sure. Look, people said you can't say it after 10 games. Now we're halfway through the season. What goalpost are we going to move now to say that we're not in it? We've been through adversity, we've been through injuries, we've been through a bad spell, but we're still hanging on in there. Now, of course, I'm not going to say we're sitting here. We're going to say we're going to win a title. But we have an outside chance. It really depends on these next 3 results and what we can bring in here in January to be able to help us until the end of the season. But right now, you can't write it off. We're halfway through the season. We're still there. There's still a lot of work to do, a long way to go. But if we can get these injuries back, you'd like to think we've already been through our sort of bad spell. A lot of teams still have Europe, and when the knockouts come about, that's where the pressure really comes on. And we've only got 1 game a week. So, I don't see why we can't mount a title challenge. I'm not sitting there saying we're going to win it. But if we can get bloody close, it gives everybody hope next season, and it automatically puts us in a contender position heading into next season. So let's wait and see what happens. But I wouldn't write it off. You know, many people wrote it off as soon as the bad spell came. This is why we're not in the title race. But we've come through the bad spell and we're still only 6 points off top. So for me, I think there's every reason to say that we're in one.
And look,
I think this is an actual dress rehearsal for next season. I think the real challenge, we might just come short this year. We'll be European Champions League, no problem. But I think this is a dress rehearsal for what's going to happen next season. Players will want to come to Tottenham when they've seen what's going on this season. I think next season is the one we really got to watch ourselves. We're going to do very, very well.
Look, either whatever you think, we're going to win it, or we're within it, or we're not in it. We are so much better than we were last season on the Conte, Mourinho, Nuno, even at the end of Poch. And look, Ange gave us the permission to dream. So why can we not dream? Why can we not dare to dream? Our motto is to dare is to do. So let's follow our motto. And if people cannot get behind that and want to be cynical or want to be
look, I can understand why people don't believe Tottenham are going to win a title.
So can I.
You go back over history, you haven't got over the line. Yeah, I can understand that to a degree.
So can I. But we've been given permission by our manager to dream, to dare to dream. Let's do it. Why not? What's wrong with football's all about believing. Football's all about having a laugh and being optimistic and being positive and being happy and being. This is what football is all about. It's not about toxicity or being down in the dumps, or we're not going to win this and we're not going to win that. Football's all about winning. Football's all about believing. This is what football is all about. It's to dare is to do. And I'm that's the way I'm always have. I always believe that every season, till it's mathematically impossible, we're going to do something. And I've always been the same and always will be the same. I think we're going to win the FA Cup this year. Might not win it, but I'm believing and dreaming we can win it. Why can't I believe or dream? Why can't Dave or Philip or fans? But this is what football is all about. We've lost the magic of football. Let's get back to what it meant to, what football is meant to be.
And look, I've no doubt Postecoglou has plans for a Premier League title and an FA Cup. You know, that he'll want to try and go on and win them. It's the sort of guy he is. Look, I'm choosing to dream. Usually it ends up coming back to hurt me. I get so disillusioned and pissed off when it doesn't happen. But look, let's wait and see what happens. You know, I think these next 3 games are very, very crucial. They're games that can make or break a season. So let's see what happens. You know, festive fixture periods, they're not going to be easy. There's a lot going on. So let's see what happens. If we can get out these 3 games with 9 points, or if we win today and Liverpool and Arsenal draw, I'm definitely going to get giddy and start believing even more. So let's wait and see what happens on that front. Good morning, Ellie. Great to see you in the building. Hopefully you're keeping well. Let me know in the comments, Ellie, do you believe we can go on the title charge? Only 6 points off top as we speak. Also, Martin Nicebridge says, why is Dermot waving for Algorand? I thought that was a bit strange myself, Martin. You know, I wasn't sure what he was trying to do here.
Right. I'm on lots of... if you're wondering why Dermotron's a little bit giddy, the lads know I've suffered with my back, and I'm on a lot of paracetamol and Ponston at the moment just to stop the pain, and morphine tablets on top of that. But I do have box of Viagra in the cupboard. So if you want some, Martin, just let me know and I'll send you over a few. 3 boxes for a tenner. Do you know? There you go. Can't be better than that.
Can't take them. He wouldn't be able to do his 10 press ups every morning.
Yeah. Well, if not, I'll send my assistant Rodney over with them as well in the 3-wheeler van. There, do you know?
Big up. Big up, Martin. Big up, man. Great comment. Great humor behind that. Love that. Dark Sun G says, with our attacking style, many players would join us. And that's something I think you're absolutely spot on. I think you'll have many players clamoring to get to Tottenham Hotspur to play this way, to join these vibes. They may not necessarily join for the club. They might be joining for someone like Ange Postecoglou and everything else. But I definitely think there's going to be an upswell of players looking at Tottenham and be like, I'd love to get my my foot in the door there and see what I can do. You know, when you hear about the players coming off the training pitch, you know, after games, talking about how much it makes them feel like a child again, this, that, and the other, how much they're enjoying it. You can see that replicated out on the pitch most weeks as well. I think you would have a large swell of people that would want to get here. Philip, do you agree with that? And hopefully, for me, it's the right people that we're going to attract. We're not paying big wages to get them to come here and sign on the dotted line when they kind of don't really want to. We're getting players that genuinely want to come here.
Yeah, no, we do. Yeah, we have to. I mean, the new guys that are in on that side of the game now, they seem to know what they're at. And like I know, every time we open up social media now, I think we're linked with about 743 players at the minute. But I'd say maybe 3 or 4 of them are serious, and they are the ones we want to get. Centre back, another striker maybe, and yeah, I think we will. This guy, I keep forgetting his name. This guy,
Jean-Claire
from Nice. Yeah. He seems to be one that's really been pushed hard to come to us, and I think there's probably no smoke without fire there.
Yeah, look, I'm hearing that I've heard that he's personal reasons why he might not come in January, but he will come in the summer.
Don't tell me he's an Arsenal fan.
No. Well, Teddy Sheringham spoken to Tony, said to come to Tottenham instead of Arsenal.
Good.
So.
Right.
Look, I think, we've got to get 2 or 3 over the line. We've got to get 2 centre backs and a striker, and I think we can do it. And look, I think Tottenham have a different mentality with this transfer window. This is why January is so important. If we get the right players in the right positions, that could propel us up further. Look what Kulu and Bentancur did in the year we got top 4.
Yeah.
That's only 2 players. If we get 2 or 3 players in the right positions to cover the positions where we need, that will propel us. We need a stronger squad. I all agree.
Don't forget, we've also got 2 of our best players to come back.
Yeah,
we haven't had James Maddison for the last 6 matches. Our creative genius. We haven't had Mickey van der Ven. Now that's one thing. Can I just say there's something annoyed me really this morning. I picked up one of the in the nose, and it says Postecoglou boosters Van der Ven gives return date. Well, great, we've got a date for him coming back in. Read the article. There's no return date. Why do people get your hopes up and then knock them down? There was no return date for him yet.
Are you talking about Sigurdsson again? That fella's coming back.
No. I mean, I think he's on life support somewhere, as far as I can gather. But no, it's just this thing about build up your hopes and let you down. If you're gonna write an article, be truthful.
Even if they did give us a return date, I still wouldn't believe it with the history of our medical team and how long players seem to be out for. You already seen the medical team saying James Maddison will be back at this date, and James Maddison said, it's taking me longer, than expected. So, I mean, even if they did give a date, I wouldn't believe it. To be honest with you, I don't really read any of that shit anymore. I just couldn't be arsed with it, when it comes to return dates and stuff like that. It's just, it's never spot on, ever. But big up Dark Sun G, my man. I do think you absolutely bring up a great point there with the attacking style, and that I do think many players, will be instructing our agents, sound out Tottenham, see if they're interested for sure. Absolutely spot on. Great point, my man. Wembley 1, great to see you in the building, sir. Good morning to you. And he says, good afternoon to you, actually. He says, happy Christmas, guys. And to all viewers, we are honored to have the Holy Triumvirate hosting today. A big up, Wembley 1. First of all, happy Christmas to you and the family, my man. Hopefully you have a great time. I wish all the viewers and that a happy Christmas right towards the end. But yeah, happy Christmas to you, and hopefully you have a great day spending time with family, good food on the table. That's all that matters this time of the year, my man. And look, I'm glad you're enjoying the show. Thank you very much. We'll start with you, Philip. You want to wish Wembley a happy Christmas?
Yeah, indeed, and happy Christmas to everybody who's watching. And this is where the Spurs community can come together, and support each other over Christmas. Okay, if we don't get 9 points, there could be some, less than complimentary comments coming through from fans. But let's stick together. We need to stick together. And the Holy Triumvirate, that's a big word, isn't it?
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Never been in a Holy Triumphant before.
Remember, there used to be a Triumph Herald as a car, but I never heard of Triumvirate. Yeah, thanks.
Is that another word for the Holy Trinity?
Holy Trinity, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Well, I'm taking the Moses role. I don't know what you lads take. I'm taking Moses.
Forget about Moses. You're not going to wish Wembley a happy Christmas?
I already wished him Merry Christmas yesterday, and I wish him Merry Christmas again. Absolutely top bloke, top guy. big up. Great donation as well to Dave's channel and to us yesterday. And I wish everyone in the chat Merry Christmas as well. It's a time to be festive.
Absolutely.
It's a time to be jolly. It's a time to be with the ones you love. And also a time to support Tottenham Hotspur to win the league. Forget what the rest are saying. Spurs are on the march. Big up
hopefully,
Wembley.
we could be laughing at Arsenal over the next few results as well.
And hopefully, Spurs could be on the way to Wembley. Because Ange's needs have gone all trembly.
Yeah.
Well, look, you know, that starts, what is it, January 5th against Burnley? I mean, that'll be very interesting. We all love an FA Cup round here, but Wembley won, honestly, my man. Hopefully you all have a great time, my man. And I appreciate the support and as well appreciate the happy Christmas. It means a lot. As everyone knows, I like to call myself Mr. Christmas around these times, my man, because I absolutely love it. So big up and really appreciate the support, my man. But look, I have one more question that I want to get Philip's answer on, and then we'll let him go. He's got people flying in from all over the world being the president. So, you know, he has some greetings to go out and do. But Philip, before we let you go.
It's only a quick one.
So Gary Neville, listen, Tottenham have had 4 red cards in their 17 Premier League games this season, as many as they had to their 2 previous campaigns combined. Is this a directive from Postecoglou where he's asked the players to be a lot more sort of combative and aggressive on the pitch? Or is it down to the type of players and the mentalities that we've signed?
I don't think any manager is going to go out and tell players to kick the lumps out of the opposition. Oh, maybe some of them do, but I don't think Poch is one of those. Ange is one of those. No, I think, well, you've got Christian Romero, you know, who is naturally aggressive. You know, we know this before Ange came. We just have to maybe try and rein him in a little bit. I think Mia must be feeding him raw meat before he goes out of the dungeon to the matches, you know. I think it's down to, like, Spurs always had this reputation of being southern softies. And that hurt because, you know, but so now I think we've gone the other way. We're bottom of the fair play league, which I thought we'd never ever see that.
I love it, to be honest.
I love the aggression, right? All I want is referees to treat that aggression in the manner in which it's dished out. It's not malicious; it just happens. Like the 2 red cards we had, Romero's red card was unfortunate. Basuma's was a bit stupid, but neither of those tackles, neither player went out to injure the other player, which is more than could be said for Matty Cash, who got away with nothing. Got away with murder against Bentancur. Although I believe he got injured last night, so that's a bit of retribution for that.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of both. I don't think Ange is telling them to go out and be aggressive. I think they've just been naturally aggressive and naturally the will to win. And sometimes a bad tackle goes in, and unfortunately, we're being singled out for punishment when other teams get away with it.
Yeah, look. I'm absolutely delighted being bottom of the Fair Play League. You know, Tottenham have always sort of had a soft underbelly, my time supporting them. I think I describe us as the modern day sort of crazy gang, the Wimbledon team. You know, I've no problem with it whatsoever. Plus, the Postecoglou didn't seem to have too much of a problem with it when asked about it in his press conference yesterday. He sort of just said, look, you know, them missing a period of games, especially when things are going right, will hopefully sort of make the disciplinary record maybe sort of rectify itself. But look, Philip, we'll let you go, my man. We'll let you on your journeys. Anything you want to say to the Irish Hotspur family out there before we let you go?
Yeah, listen, I want to say, you know, I hope everybody has a great Christmas, a safe Christmas, 9-point Christmas. And let's hope we're all back here smiling. Come the first of the New Year resolution is Tottenham are on the up, and we'll continue to do so under Ange. And that's it. And listen, thanks for inviting me on. It's great to be back on here again. And Dermot, I'll see you later on.
I'll see you later on, sir.
Philip, just before
Dave, happy Christmas.
Just before we let you go, I want to say a massive happy Christmas to you as well, to you and your family. Hopefully you, the wife, you know, the kids, the grandkids, you know, cousins, whatever you may have over. Hopefully you have a great time. Hopefully you really do enjoy yourselves. And this is what this time is about. And I just want to say personally, thank you to everything you've done for me, you know, even advice and what have you not. I speak for everybody. You're like a father to everybody. So happy Christmas to you. And I hopefully you have a great one.
Oh, thanks a million, lads. I appreciate that. I really do. And listen, thanks for all the birthday wishes as well. And by the way, I'm only having one every 5 years from now on, by the way. So just remember that. Okay.
Just let everyone know, Philip is 102 years old and he looks well for it and all. For fair play to you.
Don't I? I'm 108. According to my bandmates in Dublin, I'm 108. So I'm a bit older.
He's going into the freezer now for a couple of hours just to regenerate himself.
That's it.
Now to
refreeze myself. Right.
Yeah.
See you, lads, and come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely love that. Big up, Philip. But Dermo, where are you on with this sort of the disciplinary record? Like I said, we've already picked up, what is it? 4 yellows in 17 Premier League games. It's more than the last 2 seasons combined.
Look, I sort of agree with you. There is a bit of the crazy gang about it. It's a bit of like a Sage mentality. It's us against the rest of the Premier League. And Philip is right. We've had this tag that we're Southern Softies, and I think it's something we've needed to get rid of. But I don't think we've been malice. I agree with Philip. I think referees have overreacted. I think some of the new rules have been, they've taken them to the extent. But I look, Romero for me is a hot-headed Argentinian, so you're going to get feisty from him. You got Basuma. I think the only criticism for Basuma was getting sent off for diving. I think he should have been fined for that, and I hope he was fined. But look, I'd rather us have a little bit of steel about us than not having any steel at all. And you look at all great sides over the years, they had that bit of steel about them. They had that little bit of fight in them. And we've been asking for that for a long time. We've seen how many times, David, we've come off streams or matches where we didn't fight, or we've complained about the players showing no bottle.
Yeah.
And
or even just showing that they care. The
shirt is lent to them. It's not theirs. They don't own it. It's lent to them. It's being lent to them. And I want a player to go out, show passion for the badge, passion for the shirt, and give 110%. And that's all I ever want. And this team does. And we get a few red cards and yellow cards. Yeah, it does hurt us. But I don't mind, because I know the players are giving 110%. That sort of makes up for it.
And look, the reason why it's, higher than the last couple of seasons is because, like you said, players are actually trying. They actually care about what they're doing.
Yeah.
The last couple of seasons, you'd probably argue that they haven't. How many times did we all leave there watching games going, they don't care, they're not running, they're not even trying for us, this, that, and the other. This season, I think, they genuinely are trying. Look, a couple of them have been stupid sending-offs, like Dermo alluded to. But for me, I absolutely love being a team that nobody really wants to come up against, because we kick 7 shades of shit out of them. So I actually sort of enjoy that a little bit. Combined, and we're not just an aggressive team that kicks the shit out of people. We combine it with some of the best attacking football in the league as well, which makes it even sweeter.
Yeah, it does. And you look at United. Look, I'm using them as an example under Ferguson. They played great football, but you had that steel about them. You had the Roy Keane or the Michael Carrots or Nicky Butts or Paul Scholes in that midfield that would put their foot in. They would get sending offs. It's that I think you need that to be a successful side. You need a mixture of both, but it's finding the right balance. And I think Ange will find the right balance at them. He will do it, but it's great to see, and I see it all day long. I'd rather see a player get sent off and given 110% than a player getting sent off only given 50%. So I've got no problem with it.
Spot on. Also, give me 2 seconds there, Dermo. I want to say a happy Christmas to Mr. Wilson. Big up, happy Christmas to you, sir. Kulu will unlock the toffee in today. Let's go. Just 3 points behind the Gooners today. Absolutely, I'd love that, my man. I'd absolutely love it, Stevie Wilson. Kulu to have a massive game as well. Completely agree. Philly, great to see you in the building, sir. Long time no speak. How are you keeping? Says David, you have heard many times, so you have learned, but young fans don't know how the club works, so they buy into the club's PR about Van de Ven return date. Look, I just, like you, the medical department has always been bad like that. But I'm trying to work it out, though, Philly. Is it sort of the football science that we're implementing around these guys wrong, or is it the guys implementing it wrong? I'm not quite so sure on that, Philly, but do let me know, brother. Good to see you in the building. And then Dark Sun G, he says, look at United and Chelsea, recent signings compared to us. Plus, we actually have a playing style attractive, unlike them. All our leaders are better than them. Look, absolutely spot on. When you look at Ten Hag, I can understand why United maybe want to keep him. Obviously, the managers at Man United are not the problem right now. They're all sort of having the same problems with the squad. But what I will say is, when you look at how quickly Postecoglou has implemented the style and the way he wants to play, compared to Ten Hag, I mean, it's night and day. And I do think Ten Hag will end up facing the sack and they'll need someone else to come in and carry it on. But it's a hard one because the manager ain't the problem. But I also don't think Ten Hag is the right fit either. So they're stuck in this tricky situation, Man United are as well, especially with the takeover. When it comes to Chelsea, they actually signed sort of, for the most part, some very good players. But the problem is when you make that many changes, you put them on massive wages for 8-year contracts, they become complacent. They and that I think that's what you're seeing in terms of the football pitch. Doesn't matter what manager they employ, doesn't matter what tactics they put out. Them players ain't going anywhere, and they know that. They're set up for life, with the money and that they're earning. So there's no sort of, what would you say, what's the right word? Initiative for them to get out there and perform. There's none whatsoever. They're just going through the motions on the pitch, and I think that's what you're seeing. Regardless of manager and tactics, they'll always just go through the motions because of the amount of their money they're on. The managers also can't say you have to do this during the week to play because it has no effect on their money or anything else like that. Like I understand what Todd Bowley done in terms of trying to bring in a lot of the best players, take advantage of a loophole that's now closed, and try and get a sort of ahead on some teams like Man City and stuff like that. However, the counter side of it is when you're paying humans big money on huge contracts, long contracts, complacency starts to creep in. So they're stuck in a world of trouble there, Dark Song G. An absolutely world of trouble. Let's wait and see what happens on that, my man. But big up, brother. Really appreciate the support and the support, and also a great point again, my man. You're on fire today, Dark Song G. You must have had a really good breakfast or a good dinner. Also, what time is it in South Korea today? I think it's a late enough kickoff for you, right? Davy Shire, great to see you as well, sir. Big up. He says, big up, Dave, and the Holy Moses of Tottenham, Dermatron, and big up, chat. Big up to you, Davy Shire. Hopefully you're keeping well, everybody. Bit of a tough time for Davy. Please make sure when you see him around, check in with him and keep it up to date with him and just check in to see how he's going on. But Davy, good to see you in, sir, and hopefully you are keeping well, my man. Absolute legend. And then Dark Sun G says it's 12 a.m. kickoff today. Midnight. That's midnight. Yeah, midnight. Not too bad, Dark Sun G. Obviously not ideal, but not too bad. So big yourself up, my man. So that means it'll be Christmas Eve for you when you were going in to watch the game then, Dark Sun G, which is absolutely amazing. But look, we are going to start getting into just a couple of quick talk about some team selection. Then we'll have a song or two for you guys to get you real in the spirit for the game today, just to end off. So everyone, if you could, please, it's that time of the evening I haven't asked yet. Please start smashing that like button. Massive help to us in the algorithm. Feel free to share it out. Tell people you need to subscribe to these lunatics. Or feel free to get in your super chats like so many today. Adrian Tria, Dark Sun G, Martin Knightsbridge, Wembley 1. I'm pretty sure I'm missing someone there. I feel bad if I am. Yes, I am Faz Radfar, and also Moondog as well, along with Ribsy as well. Feel free to get your talking points in and dictate how we're going to finish off these last 20 minutes or so. But Dermo, Destiny Adoji is serving a one-match suspension today after accumulation of yellow cards. Who comes in for him today? Emerson, who has filled in at left back on a couple of occasions this season, or with Ashley Phillips returning back to training and Dyer back from injury. Would you play one of them and move Davies out to left back?
No, I put Royal there. I think Phillips would be too soon for him if he's just come back. I think this game's come too fast for him. I wouldn't trust Eric Dyer with looking after a 2-year-old's birthday party, let alone playing them anywhere in defence. Be Davies in centre back. Davies for me, he's done quite well in centre back. To be fair, he's backed up he backed up the Newcastle performance with another good performance against Forest. He needs to back it up again today. But for me, Emerson Royal, Dave, and that fullback, I think that it's a logical thing to do. I wouldn't play Davis at left back. Royale for me all the way. Eric Dyer, just please go. For the love of God, just leave the fucking club, please.
Look, when it comes to Ben Davies being moved out to left back, he ain't a left back anymore. The times of him being at left back is gone. They were gone under Jose Mourinho. He doesn't have the legs to play there. You seen that towards the end of last season. He got absolutely ripped up by Embuemo, if people remember. He got ripped up back-to-back games at left back. He just doesn't have the legs to play there anymore, and that's just it. You know, he played there twice this season. Fulham in the Carabao Cup, Van de Ven had to cover him. Palace, he was taken off at half time, and again, Van de Ven had to cover him. So for me, it's not even an option to move him out to left back. I think he would have to stay in at centre back. When it comes to Emerson, I would play him there. I know a lot of people may have their doubts about sort of Emerson, but when it comes to Emerson, one thing I'm going to give him credit for that I don't think gets highlighted enough. We talk about backup players, talk about them being versatile, stepping in and not costing us any results. But Emerson has stepped in at right back, centre back, and left back, and hasn't made any defensive errors that have led to goals on us. Ben Davies, rightly so, bit of recency bias, 2 great performances. But people are very quick to forget that he has actually made mistakes that have actually led us to conceding goals and costing us games. So I don't understand if we're, why Emerson gets such a hard time compared to someone like Ben Davies. When you go back and look at the performance Emerson put in, he hasn't done anything that has directly cost us a goal, which is all you can ask for. So when he comes in at left back, I'm more than fine with that. However, I do think he needs to be a bit technically better. One thing I have noticed recently is he's starting to give away the ball a lot more, which he actually improved on for quite some time at Tottenham. We will need him to be technically efficient today. Just get the ball, move it on. Sometimes I feel like Emerson slows down the play a little bit, and I do not want to see that. I want to see him be technically efficient today, and I also want to see him bomb down that wing and get on the overlap and stuff like that. But yeah, for me, just quickly, I mean, who was it? Ali Gold or Football London, I presume it's Ali Gold, put out an article about just potentially moving Davies out there and bringing in Dyer. I mean, the guy just can't help himself. He absolutely loves them. He just needs to realise Dyer's washed up at this football club. Absolutely washed up. Davy Shire says Spurs win 3-1, but I'm nervous with Everton's form. Davy, they're on fire. 4 wins, 4 clean sheets. It's not going to be easy today. We will find it hard to break them down. However, I think what Tottenham's saving grace is we usually start the game fast and create an early chance. For me, we have to take that early chance today. You take that early goal, it changes Everton's game plan. They have to come out a little bit more, which will give us a bit more space, my man. Look, I think it is going to be a hard game. It's going to be nervous. It's going to be very frustrating, like the Forest game, like the West Ham game, like the Brentford game at the start of the season, when these guys play everyone behind the ball. But like I said earlier, the sign of a good team, they find a way to get over the line by hook or crook. What I will say is I do think Richarlison down the middle gives us that focal point, which helps us in these games. And what I mean by that is the Middlesbrough game, that header. Son wouldn't have scored that playing down the middle. And that can give you that bit of a difference. And that's what ultimately went on to help us go on and win that game. So hopefully we can sort of do the same again. We have that focal point in the box, which means we can put in balls from left, right, and centre. Son put load in against Forest. Kulu did. Porro did. And that's the trick against these teams. Not coming back inside, playing it in front of them. That's what they want. All they have to do is just shimmy side to side. It's easy for them. Get balls in the box and create chaos. Get men in the box, create chaos. And hopefully we do that today. Davy Shire, big yourself up, brother, and really appreciate the support. But 3-1, I'm feeling 3-1 myself. I do think we'll concede set pieces. I think they're going to be a huge problem for us, whether it's free kicks or corners into the box. You've seen how Aston Villa exploited our sort of high defensive line on the free kick. Everton will look to do the same, but also Everton will just put balls in on that 6-yard box from corner kicks. High balls. They've got Onana, Braithwaite. The core is injured today. Tarkowski, you've got people like that just pummeling it into the 6-yard box, throwing themselves at it. So it's going to be hard in that regard to defend, but we have to come up with a plan for sure. And then Davy Shire also gifted out an IrishHotspur membership. Just give me 1 second till I see who that is to. But big yourself up there. Very kind. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to put it on silent. Stephen Wilson, please thank Davy Shire for the membership. Also, feel free to use it. Well, make sure you use it. Get involved with the community section. I'm often putting up question polls, members-only content, stuff like that. So make sure you get in and check that out. But most of all, say thank you to him, my man. Big yourself up. Big up, Davey. Really appreciate the support. We have Bob down under, Dave. Big up, Dave and Dermot. Celso and Raul come in. Phillips to get a run second half. Vicario to lead the defence in a clean sheet. Spurs 3-0. Richie, Johnson and Son scoring. Come on, you Spurs. That'd be absolutely awesome. if that happened. The Celso we're going to get into now in just a moment, Bob, so bear with us. Also, Spurs GCTV saying a massive thank you to Davy Shire for a membership this week as well. Absolute legend. And then we also have Matthew tuning in from Barbados. Good to see you in, Matthew Paris. Hopefully you're keeping well. And then Shem Tan's best channel. Love the watch-alongs with Jack and Dave. Come on, you Spurs. Do you know what, Shem Tan? I really do appreciate that, my man. Look, you know, I just... For me, what I love about and what I think is magical, you know, is you get 60-odd thousand people that go to that stadium and fill it out. Well, then watch-alongs is me being at that stadium where I get to spend so much time with so many Spurs fans from all across the world, all walk of life, all different opinions. You know, okay, it's not 60,000, it's about 300-400 usually. But still, that's my version of being at the stadium, and I absolutely enjoy every single game. Mainly when we win. When we lose, I enjoy your banter and you know, the comments and the back and forth throughout the day. But when we lose, I don't enjoy it as much. But when we win, my man, I mean, there's nowhere else I'd rather be, you know. Anyway, I'd only be sitting on the game watching the couch anyway, screaming at my telly and picking up things, you know, ready to throw them and then restraining myself, going, well, I have to replace it, so I ain't going to break it. But, you know, so I said, why not do the watch-alongs and share it with everybody else? So I'm just glad that there's so many like-minded people out there that want to share match day with myself and Jack. It really does mean a lot, Shem Tam. So thank you very much on that, brother, and big yourself up, my man. Really do appreciate that. What a legend. That's a very nice thing to say. Dermo Postecoglou also faces a key decision in the middle of the park this weekend after East Basuma red card against Forest. Who should start? The experienced Zinedine Salzburg, or give Ollie Skip an opportunity in his natural position, or bring Lo Celso back into the fold, who is back fit today?
I would start Lo Celso on the bench. I would put Højbjerg in that middle. I think you got to go with Højbjerg. Ollie Skip, for me, I don't trust Ollie Skip. I'm sorry, I think the time for him is gone. Yeah. But I will put Højbjerg in there and put Lo Celso on the bench. I think with Phillips and Højbjerg, this game's come too soon for them. To be fair, I think they need to start on the bench and bring them on, say, with an hour gone. But I would start with Højbjerg today. Højbjerg will do a job for you. He's proved he can do a job. Postecoglou trusts him. So, you know me, Dave, I'm Højbjerg's biggest fan. So I always say start Højbjerg anyway. So
I'll be in here straight away. No, you're not. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm the second biggest fan then after Ellie.
Quickly,
but no, I start. So go on, Dave.
They're back. Yellow card to Hennessy for being late. No notification. That's a shame. Just maybe check to make sure you do have that notification bell hit, just to make sure. Because I know sometimes when I subscribe to things, I don't know what's going on, but sometimes it undoes it sometimes. So just check it and make sure you are. But yeah, as you can see, Hennessy, the referees ain't doing a proper job today, so I've got an official FIFA referee kit that I've got, so I'm going to start re-reffing the games myself. But you know what, Dermo, in terms of the midfield, I mean, look, when it comes to Ollie Skip, for me, the only way he starts today, because I do believe that Postecoglou has already had a meeting with Højbjerg, basically asking him to maybe commit himself beyond this January transfer window. So what I will say is, if Højbjerg doesn't start today, that means Højbjerg has already told him that he wants out regardless come January. So if Ollie Skip comes in, I can understand the thinking behind it, if even if I don't agree with it. Because for me, that just signals that Højbjerg has already given him in his answer. And what do you expect Postecoglou to do? Persist with a player that doesn't want to be here or maybe wants out? Or give Ollie Skip a run in the team and hopefully get him ready for when them guys are going to AFCON, because we'll need them. Look, what I will say is whoever is selected, they're going to have about a month and a half in this team. You know, they're going to have, with Basuma going to AFCON, I'm missing the next 4 games, with Bentancur still out injured and stuff. It's going to be an opportunity there for them. Højbjerg's big problem at Tottenham has been that he wants to be in the first team. He wants to be playing regularly. Okay, well, now's your opportunity. So either put up or shut up. You know, you're going to be given an opportunity now. Prove your work. When it comes to Skip, just quickly, I don't believe he's good enough. I completely agree with you. I don't think he's good enough on the football, and I don't think he's good enough out of possession either. I think he looks lost anytime he enters the pitch. I don't think he's got a grasp of Ange Postecoglou's tactics. He had a chance at the start of the season, lost his place to Papa Matar. But look, there is an argument to be made that Ollie Skip plays better in a number 6 in that deeper role. However, I just don't think he's good enough in terms of on the ball to play that role.
No.
When it comes to Lo Celso, I'll be brutally honest. I don't want to see this guy start. I don't think he deserves it. I thought he was piss poor against West Ham in terms of unlocking the door. I think Kulu coming down the middle is a lot more direct. And I think it helps us a bit more. With Lo Celso, for him, it's all about looking pretty, 5-yard passes, sideways, backways, stuff like that. I don't think he's been good enough. But look, if he does start, it's another opportunity for him to prove his work. But sorry, Derek, what are you going to say?
Yeah, look, for me, Højbjerg, we've never heard Højbjerg come out and says, I want to leave. Or I want to. He's been an utter professional. He hasn't gone out and spread the rumors. He's kept his head down. He's come on and did a job when Ange's asked him to do a job. Okay, not to every fan's pleasure or not to every fan's likes him. Højbjerg is very Marmite. You either like him or you don't. But I think he's been the utter professional. And I think if Ange has asked him to stay, he will stay because he loves the club. He plays for the badge. He plays for the shirt. And he loves the fans. And he will do. And he can see where Tottenham's going. I think he wants to be a part of that. I really do think he wants to be a part for where we're going. If you're to leave to go to another club and you see Tottenham going on to be really successful and you're not, you're thinking, should I have stayed? And I think he can see the bigger picture. He is our Danish destroyer. And I look, for me, Skip needs to go out on loan or to be sold because I don't think he's going to make a Tottenham. Sadly, very sadly, you're right. He's had his chance and it's gone. You look at Lo Celso, he's had his chance as well, but I think he's playing good because of the transfer window coming up. I think that's why he's putting good performances in.
Probably the guy's always fucking injured, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think with Barcelona lurking around there, he wants to put in good performances and prove. But look, we have to see what happens. But I think Højbjerg will be there at least at the end of the season, and then we'll revisit what he does after that.
Yeah, look, let's wait and see what happens on that for sure. Big up Mungay32, become a new YouTube member as well. And that's also K32 says, just became a member because I love this channel. First of all, brother, really appreciate the support. I mean, get involved in that community section. There's a lot of sort of members only stuff. We try as much as we can to give people a bit of value for their money. We understand it's hard-earned money that you guys are using to support us, so we try and give back what we can and stuff like that. And where we're at now is only a base level. It is only going to improve. It is only going to get better. So just bear with us on that. But also, we really enjoy having you, even if it's just tuning in, and smashing the like button. It really does mean so much to us. The fact that people just want to sit here, give up their time, join us for match day and listen to, what we have to say. It really does mean a lot. I'll never really sort of get over it or understand it, but I appreciate it, my man. So big up K32. Really does mean a lot, brother. And then we also have Hennessy member for 13 months. Salute to you, sir. 13 months membership. Suppose we'll have to rescind that yellow card. So VAR will rescind that. Hennessy says, Merry Christmas all. Big love to Dave Dermotron. Big up to Jack as well. No, I'm booked, man. I'm sorry. Ref. Look, I will be re-reffing the game today because I think the referees do an absolute shambolic job. So if I do a good job, I think I'm going to go and run to become a Premier League referee. Surely I can, I can't do any worse than the Muppets that are out there at the minute. But big love to you, Hennessy, my man, and Merry Christmas to you and your family. Hopefully you have plenty more of Irish coffees. I know you make them the right way as well. So hopefully you have plenty more of them and really enjoy yourself, brother. I really do hope so. This guy, he's been to college. He's in the middle of doing his masters. We always love to see Spurs fans succeed. So everyone big him up. Masters is not an easy thing to achieve. So fair play to you. A wise head on young shoulders, Hennessy. Absolute top man. Really appreciate that. He also says VAR decision overturned. Absolutely. Davey Shire says, I'm going to upgrade my membership. Really appreciated that, brother. He says, I agree with Hennessy. Big upcomer. Hennessy also says, Dave and Jack make so much content on for members only. It's insane. You'll love it. I cannot recommend it enough. And look, what I will say is, come the new year, going into January, it's going to ramp up more. Over the Christmas, it's going to be a bit up and down. I'm just going to be brutally honest with you guys, with family things to do, and, the missus want me to do a few things and stuff like that as well. So it's going to be a bit up and down up until the new year, but after New Year, it's going to be ramped up tenfold. So really do appreciate that, guys. You're too kind to us. Way too kind. But Dermo, where are we going on to next? Papa Matasar. So Dermo, brilliant stat here for you. You know me, I stay up late at night going into the deep dregs of the internet to find these stats. In the 4 games, Papa Matasar has not started for Spurs. We have not won, drawn 2, and losing 2. Is Papa Matasar the glue to the midfield, and why is he so important to this Tottenham team?
I think it's because of his energy. He's got a great engine, so he goes all the game and he's always there. He's got such long legs, so he can gather so much momentum and pace and kilometers over a game. I think he's very, very, very important to Tottenham, and I think he's been a sensation this season. He really has. Him, Destiny, Van der Ven. There's a few of them, Dave, that have come in that have really up the pace, up the pace of Tottenham. But look, for me, Papa Sarr's been great this season. I think he's becoming the fan favorite, but it's his engine. That's the thing that gets me. He doesn't stop. He goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. So yeah, he's great attacking as well. So big up to Sarr, and look, and I hope he has a great rest of the season. Absolutely love him.
Look, for me, I think, that stat is telling, and why I think we miss him so bad is you look at the draws and the defeats there, is because no one else turns the ball over like he does. No one else defends that right side the way he does. But also, I don't think he gets enough credit going forward. Look at the amount of times the guy gets on the ball on the right-hand side, switches it out to someone's feet on the left-hand side and stuff like that. When it comes to Papa Matasar, I think he's been absolutely brilliant. The amount of I think he averages 7 turnovers a game in the opposition half, and that there alone is why when he plays we win games. We get over the line in games. It's because he has that engine, but he also has the reading ability of the game. But not only that, the desire and the hunger to go after the ball, win it back, and get the ball into other players' feet to go and make things happen. Also, look at the defensive solidity he gives us down that right-hand side, with Porro being asked to come in and play down the middle. Sometimes it leaves a gap to be exploited down that right-hand side. Papa Matasar also covers that. So defensively, he is very, very important to this team. When he's not there, counters are very, very effective against us. When he is in there, he destroys them, rips them up, breaks them up, and gets us on the attack again, and helps us sustain large amounts of pressure for a sustained period of time. That's how crucial he is. He's absolutely the glue to this midfield.
He is the glue, man. He very much, I think, Ange trusts him so much in that midfield. Future captain. It could be a future captain in that midfield for us. But look, I think Papa Sarr, for me, has been a revelation this season, and fair play to him, and long may it continue.
He's been absolutely brilliant. The last guy we're going to talk on will be Big Rich. Just first of all, Davy Shires upgraded his membership to Elite. Wow. Really appreciate that. As part of the Elite membership, Davy, if you ever get a bit of time that you're free, I know, you sort of up to your eyes at the minute, but let me know, brother. Because what you do get is where we sit down, we do a Tell Me Your Spurs story, where basically the whole idea is to capture your life as a child to where you are now in through the eyes of Tottenham Hotspur. So let me know if you want to participate in that, and we'll get it up and running. Let me know just in advance, because there's images and stuff we have to get ready for that. But also, one of the perks is we send it to you, so privately you will always have that to keep. Maybe just a nice little memento. And then if you want, or you allow us, we'll upload it to everybody else, and they can also tune in and watch it as well. But yeah, basically the whole idea is just getting your whole life from a kid to where you are now through Tottenham Hotspur eyes. So let me know if that's something that interests you, and we'll get it done. Also, K32 has gone and upgraded again. Really appreciate that, brother. Too kind. And he's gone for the fan show. But K32, you know what that means, brother. you're going to have to come on to one of the fan shows and speak to us now and give us your thoughts heading into the week after the games and stuff like that. Don't be shy. If you want to do it with camera off, microphone on for the first while, feel free. We'll always let you allow that to happen, no problem. But please use it and come on and speak to us. We love speaking to new people all the time. Absolute top man. And then we have Nick. Now, everyone, just bear with me. Speak to Nick for 1 second.
Yeah, it says, big up Nick, member for 29 months. Wow, that is some service. He really is on the Mount Rushmore up there in the mountains with him and Jack and Dave and Mia as well up in that Mount Rushmore. But he's been a member of 29 months. Big up to you, Lazy 8. He says, happy holidays, Harris Army. Big up yourself, Dermot. My Xmas wish is to see David refereeing a match in a chirpy suit in the new year. Do you know what, Lazy 8? I've already rung up Amazon and Sky. I've pitched them the idea. Now, we've got Clarkson's farm, which is great success. I spoke to Mr. Amazon and said, right, pitch you this idea. It is following day for a whole year in a chirpy suit as a Spurs curator. It's a bit, and we're going to call it Dave's Chirpy Show. And they love it. So sometime in 2025, this will be coming out on Amazon Prime, season 1, following day for a year. And it's going to be fantastic. It's going to have him and Jack, and it's going to be off the wall, a bit like Clarkson's farm. And I don't know who's going to be, I know Dave probably a bit like Jeremy Clarkson because he's that sort of person. He's good. He's funny. He comes up with stats, and he just says how it is. And Jack can be the other fella that helps him, in the farm, running him. But
Jack
that's coming out on Amazon. Pardon?
Jack could be in the VAR room.
Yeah, but that's coming up now in 2025. Dave, the Chirpy Show, that is coming up, guys. So look out for that. And Lazy 8, I did tell him it was your idea, so Amazon will be getting hold of you as well, as you and me are the producers of this show. So big up, Lazy 8, 29 months. Wow, what service.
Absolutely incredible service. Absolutely incredible service. Everyone, big up Nick as well. It's not only, the support and the membership. What this guy has done for myself and Jack, since he's sort of got involved with the channel, has been absolutely amazing. Yeah. Honestly, it's something I'll never, ever forget. One thing, on this journey that it has taught me is the kindness of people out there is absolutely unbelievable. But Nick, I am here to deliver Christmas wishes. So as you can see, I got myself a FIFA standard referee's kit, so I will be re-refereeing today's game. However, I won't be doing it in a chirpy costume because they haven't asked me to become Spurs mascot yet, which they will in the future, I have no doubt. So maybe we can make doing it in a chirpy outfit happen for you in the future. But I will be refereeing today's game. Also, everybody. So Nick's Christmas present for me arrived yesterday, which he didn't need to do. But look at this baby there. Spurs hoodie. Look at that. Look how nice that is.
Wow.
And you all know that's even better, Dermot. It feeds my bloody ego. Look at that. IrishHotspur, number 10 on the back. How awesome is that? How bloody awesome is that?
I'm really jealous. I am so jealous.
So nice.
I just want to say a massive big up to Nick as well. He's helped me actually on my channel as well with the intros he's done for us and everything like that. He's a great supporter of Dave's channel, of my channel. He's a lovely person as well. I had the pleasure of spending time with him last year. Earlier this year in London. Him and his lovely daughter for the AC Milan game. We had a great night out in London as well, which I'll never forget. That will stay with me for the rest of my life. It was a great crack. But yeah, big up, Nick, and thank you for everything you do, like on my channel, like on Dave's channel as well. You've really been a lifesaver to us all, and your kindness and everything you do, we so appreciate you. You're part, you're part of our hearts, Nick. So big up. So Merry Christmas to you, your wife, and your children, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And we're great seeing you here. And we've got to get the go. We'll see you when you come over to London again, because I look forward to that. That night we had in London, went out for them drinks, Dave. That will stay with me for the rest of my life. Yeah. That was a cracking night. It really was, especially when the tequila came out.
No, it was. It was an absolute great night. You're absolutely spot on. But Nick, let me know. I'm going to try and do the North London Derby at the back of this season. So let me know if it's open and available to you on the calendar, sir. Let's try and make something happen again. That'd be absolutely awesome.
And
But
let me
honestly,
know where
Nick,
you've got that jumper from. I am so jealous.
I'll get him to drop you a message. But honestly, Nick,
Yeah.
it's an absolutely lovely jumper. I was delighted to get my hands on it this morning. Look, I thought it was lovely when I first seen it. Then I seen Irish Hotspur number 10 on the back. I put it on. I started knee sliding and everything. I was absolutely loving it, Nick. Absolutely loving it. So big up, my man, and really appreciate the support, brother. Absolutely top guy. This guy is, Nick. Also, K says mini K army between me and K32 incoming. Yeah, there is a mini K army starting to develop here. You know, I've no doubt you'll get a few more to join in as you go along. Absolutely love that. Big up, lad. What an absolute legend. Mini K army incoming. Also, big up to Shawnee as well. Spurs Talk Show tuning in. Shawnee, you off to the game today, brother? Let me know. Are you off to the game, being a home game and all that, or are you you don't want to make your way down there, be caught in traffic, and you want to enjoy it from the peace, quiet, and comfort of your own home? Let me know though, Shawnee. And also, my mother's come in here. Big up to Alison, everyone. Big up my mother. Absolute best mother in the world. Says happy Christmas to all your followers from the Harris family, and all the best for the new year. So that's my family coming in, basically wishing all you guys a Merry Christmas and basically just saying thank you for everything you do for me. So really do appreciate it. So everyone, big up the mumsy as well in there. No lad will be in for the watch along for sure. Yeah. Shawnee is not going. He's chilling at home. He says traffic is a nightmare. I'd well believe it, my man. Yeah. Take you hours to get anywhere near there today. Absolutely spot on. You probably made the right decision. But Dermo, yeah, just quickly.
I just want to say a massive Merry Christmas to Mrs. Harris and your old man as well, and the family as well, Dave. But big up to Mrs. Harris. Absolutely. I tell you one thing, you have raised one hell of a gentleman next to me. He really is a proper gentleman and a really good friend. One of my best friends. And I want to wish the Harris Army and the Harris family a very Merry Christmas from the Moyle side of the family as well in Wexford. So have a great one.
The old lad and the mother would be sitting there going, "What you on about, Dermot? We raised a little bollocks. What you talking about?"
I'll tell you what.
Speaking of there he is. Happy Christmas to all you at the Irish Hotspur 3-1 today. Come on, you Spurs. Get out the Worders Originals. We are playing the Toffees today, so it's only right that you keep in team. Get the Worders Originals out, chew the living shit out of them, and let's go on and beat them. Come on, I'm absolutely pumped for today. And the outlet also says, many happy returns to Dermo. Don't be doing that. You're going to feed his ego and give him a big head.
I can't wait to meet Mr. Harris. I cannot wait to meet the man. He's a legend. Mr. and Mrs. Harris, you're legends. You really are. I can't wait to meet them. I'm so looking forward to it. That man, for me, is a legend, Mr. Harris. I can't wait to meet you, sir.
Love it. Love it. He is a legend. Both of them are legends. They reared me, you know, they brought me up to, to be, I would like to say, a fine strapping lad. So, fair play to them. You couldn't have asked for better parents.
Yeah, just a corrupt referee. Do you know,
right, you're getting booked now. Yellow card.
Oh, not again.
Yellow card. It's question time. We need to end off. I have to get over to where Tottenham TV. So, last question, my man, is about the big, rich, Mr. Pigeon, Mr. Shush to the fans. Absolutely love it. Of course, Darmo coming up against his former club today in Everton. He scored 3 in his last 2 games for Tottenham Hotspur after only netting 2 goals in his previous 39 top flight games for Spurs. It was rumored that the Saudi Pro League wanted Richarlison this January. Would you cash in on him, or would you give him to the end of the season to prove his worth since his dramatic U-turn in performances since his operation?
Look, I've been critical of him. I really have, but I hold my hands up and say, look, I was wrong. He's put in 2 good performances last 2 games. I'd keep him to the end of the season. Why are we selling another striker? If we're not going to get one in January, we need a striker up there. Playing against your own team is your ex-team is a double-edged sword, really, Dave, because you can either have an absolute nightmare or you can have the game of your life. I think Richarlison is going to have the game of your life. But one thing I like about Richarlison, he's respectful when it comes to playing Everton. If he does score, he won't be going celebration. He won't do anything. That's the sort of man he is. But for me, keeping to the end of the season, we cannot be getting rid of another striker unless we buy another striker in. Then I'll have no problem letting them go. But if that's not going to happen, keep him to the end of the season. He will give you everything, and that's one thing about Richarlison. He will give you anything. Yeah, I know, Ugly Fish. I'm on. Yeah. I'm probably on about a 25-game ban or something like this. I'm telling you, he's corrupt. Too many mince pies. That's what the Premier League have offered them.
I don't have to give you a second yellow and send you off. I don't want to do it, so I'm going to try and avoid doing it between now and the end of the stream. I'm only messing with you. But look, when it comes to Big Rich, I think there is something to do with that injury. You know, we've seen how much an injury can have a detrimental effect on people. Yeah. We've seen it with Sonny last season, for instance. With Richarlison, since the injury, he's come out and spoke saying that he was afraid to kick a ball because of the pain it was putting him through and stuff like that. Since then, since the injury and he's come back, he looks a lot freer. He's moving a lot freer. What I will say is, do I think Richarlison is the man to fire us alone to a Premier League title or that? No, I don't. But where he does have merits is against teams like today, Everton, Forest, games like that, teams where they come and sit low block. He gives you that presence, that outlet in the box, that ability to whip balls in. So I do think there is a sort of use for Richarlison. Look, for me, we can't let him go this January. We just can't. Because, I don't think Tottenham will go out and sign a striker, even though I think they should and they need to if they have any serious ambitions. But also, Son's heading off to the Asian Cup. Can't afford to lose Richarlison because then we'll have no strikers. So for me, Richarlison will be here to the end of the season for sure.
Yeah,
now it's just a matter of time. Now it's just a matter of what's he going to do between now and the end of the season. Let's wait and see. Right now he's on a rich vein of form. 3 goals in 2 games. Let's make that 4 goals in 3 games. That'd be absolutely unbelievable. And what a way it would be to sign off for Christmas. With a cockerel dance or a pigeon dance. All barking like turkeys. That'd be absolutely brilliant, in terms of the festive sort of spirit of things. But look, Dermo, we're going to play a song or 2 for people, and then we're going to come back, wish them all happy Christmas, and then we're going to end off, and I have to get over to Tottenham TV before I get back here for the watch along, which is starting at 2:30 today. So make sure you're in for it. It's the last one before Christmas. It's the big one. We win today. The title challenge is on, and I don't care what anyone tries to tell me over the next few days because I won't listen because I want to live in delusion for a few days. So please, everybody, make sure you're back here for half 2 if you do not like the songs. Dermo, what sort of song are we looking for today? Sonny, I was going to suggest a Doji, but he's suspended, so we can't do that. You want a Postecoglou song?
Give me a zombie song. I want a bit.
You want a Kulu song? We haven't had a Kulu one in a while.
I'm not just going to that and the zombie one. I like
right,
the zombie
so we'll go with them too. So everybody, stay tuned. Hope you enjoy these. All they are is just designed to get you pumped up for the games. Hopefully you enjoy it. And everyone, big up Tim Winstone for this.
This is an older song from us that really caught on. Has been sung by many fans at various different grounds. So really appreciate support on this one. Quite simply, it's about a guy who's ginger. He came from Juventus and he plays on the wing. There's not a soul out there, no one to hear my prayers. Give me a ginger from Sweden. He came from Juventus and he plays on the wing. Give me a ginger from Sweden. Number 21, his name is Kulusevski. Give me ginger from Sweden. He came from Juventus and he plays on the wing. Give me ginger from Sweden. Number 21, his name is Kulusevski. He's with me, he's Sonny, part of our family. In your head, Son is flying, leading us with his pace and that smile on his face. At the lane, we're all crying. He's in my head, Sonny, 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 he's in my head. when the Spurs go marching in, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, I wanna be in that number, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, I wanna be in that number, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, I wanna be in that number, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, I wanna be in that number, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, oh, when the Spurs go marching in, I wanna be in that number, oh, when the Spurs go marching in.
So there you have it, guys. Hopefully you enjoy all that sort of music from Tim Winstone from Spurs Song Sheet. I have put his link in the chat there if anyone wants to get over and avail of the music. He does put them up on his YouTube channel, but has kindly granted us permission on all these pre-match build-ups to sort of play whatever we want to get you guys in the mood. And the whole idea behind it is, of course, we've had Chaz and Dave, absolutely great music. I think we'll all agree to that. But Tim is just trying to bring some current music for the current players and that we currently have, which I think is absolutely superb. I'm always sending him in my suggestions and stuff like that. He's very open to them. So if anyone's got any good ones, please get them into him. And let's see if he can get it done. He also has a Christmas one up there at the minute. It's absolutely brilliant. In our video that we put out for Christmas, it is played on that. You'll absolutely enjoy it. But look, Dermo, lastly but not least, where can people find you, brother?
Yeah, look, I just want to say firstly, Merry Christmas to Dave. I know I've always said it, like, to you and your family and everyone. Merry Christmas to everyone on the Harris Army. And thank you for all the support you've shown Dave and Jack on their journey. They really deserve it. And please hit the like button and the subscription button. If you like what I have to say, me and Philip, you can find us at THFC Till I Die. Of course, we're on today with a watch along from 2:45, but nothing compares to the master next to me who does his best watch along around. But if you want a bit of fun and seeing Philip going off the head and me being delusional, come over to HFC Till I Die. We've got loads of stuff coming up over Christmas. We're doing the watch along a day when there's a match. I will be there bringing you the latest Premier League stuff. January, we've got the Premier League transfer daily news. We're going to kick in with the transfer stuff as well, and also lots of other little bits. We're going to start a members fan show. We're going to start lots of member stuff after Christmas as well, and also in the new year, graphics are going to be brought up. We're going through a complete refurb of the channel, so look out for what's coming. All done for you guys, but please hit the like button here first, then come over to us as we on the race for 2K. I think we're 320 something odd away from 2K. So please, I would love to get there before my birthday on the 5th of February. That would be my biggest present. I would love that. So please, guys, keep me on my journey. But here first.
Look, what I say is, people tend to really enjoy yourself and Philip on these sort of shows. So if you do enjoy them here, please get over there, show the same love to them on their channel, smash the subscribe button and stuff like that. Let's help the guys, help the guys out, share the love. We're all Spurs content creators. We're all, just trying the best we can and stuff like that. None of us have big wigs behind us. It's all off our own sort of back. So please get over there and show Dermo the love over at THFC Till I Die. Now, look, from me, what I will say is, to those of you who might not see over the next, this evening or that throughout the watch along or whatever, have a very merry Christmas, very happy Christmas. Hopefully you guys have a great time, family, good food on the table, maybe a nice present or two if you've been good. That would be absolutely awesome. But please make sure you go and enjoy yourselves. It's one of the only days left on the calendar where all this sort of the shit that's going on in the world seems to be put aside just for one day so people can have a happy sort of day. So please do your best to enjoy it. But look, honestly, as well, your support this year has been absolutely amazing. It's been next to none. You know, through my hard times and through the best times, you guys have been there, which really does mean a lot to me. You know, it really does. You have no idea. On my worst days, you pick me up, you tell me to keep going, encourage me this, that, and the other day. And then when the high days come around, you guys are also there to enjoy it with me. So it means so much to me. So thank you to everybody out there. Have a great Christmas. And look, hopefully we see you all back here at 2 o'clock for the watch along, where we will be chewing some toffees. Your boy will be re-reffing the game because I think they've been shit the last few weeks. So I went out and got a FIFA standard referee kit, so they can't say that my decisions don't count when I've got the official stuff. And we'll see you all back here at 2:30. Hopefully, between now and then, if you do want other stuff to watch, my predicted lineup is out. People are starting to like them, which, by the way, thank you for all the support on them, by the way. It's absolutely brilliant. And also the predictions from the channels as well is up there as well, if any of you guys want to go and check that out. But that's it for me. See you back here at 2:30. Come on, you Spurs. Let's go. Let's lay down the marker for the title and also give Spurs fans worldwide an absolutely brilliant Christmas present. Merry Christmas all. See you back here at 2:30. Come on, you Spurs. Let's go.
Merry Christmas and come on, you Spurs.